is not a part of the Furiosians. Bugman, you know where the Furiosians are? They're right now on the second level, right?
Is offended that
Let me
you
pull you
suck.
in. Let me bring you back to a time where Elimae had turned into a bat, snooped around a little bit.
Okay, that could be any point
Literally.
in both campaigns, to be honest with you.
Talking about specifically last
That
session,
could be session 1.
where she into what seemed to be a cave.
Again.
In this cave
Fast forward to the part where I find a dragon.
was some sort of glowing floor and
Yeah,
some sort of lightning skull, right? After doing a little bit more exploring, sort of rerouting back, eventually down the line, you'd gotten back to this room, and I don't know what this music is about. Hold on one second.
It's putting out bad vibes is what it's doing.
It's a little much.
We didn't get comment today.
Alright, so you had circled back, got back to that particular cave after deciding like maybe wasn't the right time at that moment. But now definitely. So you all sort of make your way through the cave. Prosciutto got stuck at some point. But sort of pushing your way through, you all entered in what seemed to be a Lightning Skull's workshop, where you all had battled the 3 flesh golems that seemingly were under the Lightning Skull's control as it sort of took the back corner of the room. But it did get a little cocky, got a little too close to Gob, and we all know what happens.
Yeah,
What happens, Gob? You tell him.
You wanna know what happens when you get too close to Gobs? See, let me tell you, the cream's gonna rise, right? Cream's gonna rise, and you're gonna ride the lightning.
That's right.
Endorsed by
Cream
Gob.
seed.
Didn't ride the lightning, oh you sit in, brother.
Our next sponsor is Gob Juice.
Bugman, what is the cream?
Bugman likes cream.
Cream rose is what it big Bugman, yeah.
Bugman is confused.
Like an infection to the surface of the skin. Anyways, so
I am the pus of the world.
as everyone rose to the occasion, doing a little bit more investigating, the good doctor had found some documents that were on fire from the first use of Mephistopheles' kiss by our wonderful Warlock.
No, that was, I thought that was Fireball.
That was part of it.
Mephistopheles' kiss shoots a fireball.
But you use Eldritch Blast, a fireball falls over.
That's why I used my last luck feat for that. 'Cause
I thought you just had Fireball.
Nope.
I could just have fire.
So the good doctor started patting out some of the currently inflamed documents. You'd found a couple things. One, a pretty cool poem, and then a few personal writings. You continued to search where you found more clutter, more supplies, and sort of amongst one of the rooms in a cage was a fat lighter dragon by the name of Keip.
Not spelled how you think.
No.
K-E-I-P. Working your way through the dungeon, you pushed through a door that seemed to be barricaded, which of course was no issue for Gobsina, and opened up to a completely cluttered room. After pushing what seemed to be furniture and lanterns and just anything that could be stacked up against this door to barricade it shut, pushing all that stuff out, you seem to be in the bottom right of the room, this kind of rectangular room, and at the top left, a door opens up with some light flooding through, and a little over a dozen mechanical puppets started wheeling in and removing all of that clutter and taking it back through that door. You had seen a distinguished-looking puppet that had on a nice suit that was making his way towards the center of what seemed to be a stage when lantern stage lights were being lit and 2 very long silver tables were being cleaned off. As the last bit of the rubble is being removed from the room and the puppet sort of pulls at the bottom of his coat, he goes, "Welcome to Halaster's game. I'm your humble host, and this is Dungeon of the Mad Mage." And as you watch the last stagehand removing the last bit of clutter, the host sort of adjusts the bottom of his shirt, kind of pulling it down to a more comfortable tension. Everything goes black. Takes a second for your eyes to adjust. It's not magic darkness, you can still see.
Okay.
The host seems to be mid-frozen, pulling his shirt down completely still. You see to your left that the back of the room, the stagehand is mid-stride. Left hand on the door handle, pulling the door closed, completely still.
Can I move? Like, God,
Can I
God's
check
just
my
gonna try to
orb?
like, move his arm.
Can I check an orb? No, any orb, time, direction.
Yeah, so you open up your... Which one are you doing?
I'll do time.
Right now it's about noon.
Okay, we're still on the material plane.
When does it look like he does that? Can he see if time is still moving forward?
So you take a minute, 12:01.
Okay.
There's no second hand on the time or time. Not Rolex.
So,
No.
as magical as it is, you hear the mechanical of the flipping. There's just one little tiny person in there.
Just a fairy just turning the wheel.
Absolutely rich fairy.
Bullshit.
Just this fucking
Who does a 300-to-1 gear ratio?
No,
I'm gonna-
that'd be a very
I'm gonna
sinewy
pull
fairy.
out my
That's
instrument
endurance.
revealing.
Oh,
You pull it out,
Yeah.
start looking
oh
around
it's
the
like
room.
pushing a heavy
We'll
ass.
go up to the
The room is pretty much
Oh,
empty
yeah.
other than the tables and then what seems to be the host and the one person left in the room at the very back of the line that people carrying things out
I'm
of.
gonna go up to the host. And
Okay.
just examine him, like do a look around on him.
So as you look at him, the light reflecting still off of the sort of opal, what would be eyes.
I want to poke his forehead.
Poke it.
Oh, yeah.
That
Nope.
door, was the guy closing or opening the door?
He was like closing it, so he had his hand on the door handle, like closing it behind him, and both of his legs are like mid-stride.
God wants to just like kind of like peek in and see what he can see in the door without like opening it further or anything.
It's wide open. It's
Oh.
just that he's closing it behind him.
God wants to see what he can see inside the door.
So yeah, as you kind of give yourself a better angle, you see that the 12 people are carrying different kinds of furniture, and what was left barricaded against the door, sort of filing it through the hallway. All of them completely still.
I wonder if this is a enchantment that is just really old. It
Is
doesn't
that
function as well as it used to.
Good doctor said take an arcana check.
Okay.
+3.
Do I have my help action?
I don't got a card. I don't have knowledge.
Can I give him help with Arcana?
But didn't she have Arcana?
Would Elimae like to give me a help out?
I will help you.
And can you use your special eyes?
Can I use detect magic?
Sure.
Good doctor got a 30-30.
Yes, you got my +3, right?
That is with the +3.
Okay. You're using detect magic. You don't get anything. Best guess, whatever was controlling these puppets, no wonder does.
They're enchantment.
I think Gob's going to look up the back of some of these dudes and see if there's like a little key that needs to be wound up.
Make an investigation roll.
I'll give you the help action and you get a +8.
I think Halaseliax Blackcloak just died.
He's almost like a godlike entity.
18.
Don't see any buttons. No.
We're meant to fight that guy at like level 20.
You do get a little frisky with some of the pockets. They're not carrying any
I just
special
think
on
it's really
them.
old.
They look like just regular wooden puppets dressed up.
Yeah, they're just wood. Nothing, they're
Can I get on the
buttons,
stage?
No keys.
It's not a stage.
Oh, okay.
It's just two tables that sort of divide where the host would stand. But it's just a rectangular room, empty other than...
Can I go into the other room where they were coming from?
Sure.
God will accompany you.
Okay. So you guys make your way through the hallway.
I like that your maps are color coded.
Yep.
Why are you looking at the map?
Yeah, why are you looking at the map,
I
man?
was just
What's
looking
over
at you, and there was a bunch of
I
flashing.
think you need to contact.
What, this
local-
9 inches isn't good enough for
You
you?
need to contact
You
local
need longer?
HOA
for around
and
10 to 12, but like.
you need to get a privacy DX
Curtain.
screen put up. Yeah. Make your HOA.
I like to think you just. What do you want?
And one of those reflective screens like phones have or whatever, where you don't see me unless you're at a specific angle.
Oh, the polarizing stuff.
Yeah. That's Alright,
You
so...
scared the Buckman.
Gob, you'd also seen this. They go out about 10 feet, and then the hallway takes a right, and there's a few others that are sort of in that line down that hallway.
I'm done. I'm gonna go down the hallway.
Okay. So as you go down the hallway,
I'll keep my lance fountain.
okay, about 20 feet, you pass a door to your left, and the hallway continues for about another 10 feet and takes a left.
Let's check this door out real quick.
Good doctor's gonna start coming with you.
I'm gonna Perception, that door.
Okay, make a perception check.
You see arrows.
Oh, you.
Little arrowheads already embedded in it.
I like the hands up.
That would be a 28.
Wait, so you listen in. Don't hear anything.
Is it
I'm gonna knock on it.
Knock on
Any response? No movement, no one freaking out, no one running.
Is it thing
it. Still with that perception check? No, you
And
don't
I'm gonna open up the door.
I was gonna volunteer to do that.
So as you open up the door,
10 arrows.
it's a pretty good sized square room, but you can see the back of the wall. And what you see is what appears to be a few bugbear that are sleeping around the ground. You see a fire pit in the center. You immediately get this like whiff of like rotten food, like a mix of wine as well, and then just smell some of the bugbear that are just hard to describe.
They're sleeping?
You're not sure. You just see them laying around the fire pit.
Where's the? Are they just? How far is the closest one to us?
About 15 feet.
Gobs wants to sneak up to this bugbear.
Make a stealth check.
Me, guidance you. Plus 3.
I will say this, with your really high perception check, you have to sort of instruct all the Furiosians to like basically hold their breath, but you hear nothing. Not even the slightest of breath coming from in the room.
18 on that stealth check.
This is. We can hear each other. We can hear each other talk, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now we're out on our silence spell.
Oh, good doctor rolls a medical check. Can you just look at them?
Well, he's trying to sneak up and see if they're
Yeah.
alive.
Oh, I was about to say good doctor can probably.
Do you sneak up to him? What do you want to do?
I'm gonna see if it's alive first.
Breathing.
Any signs of life?
From what you can see, no.
Gob's gonna give it a very
This-
quick poke and then step back.
Like a baby cobra.
This is eerie.
Nothing.
I hear nothing, which is very silent.
Can I roll this dude?
I mean, you still hear like ambient like stuff,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But as far as just like anything in the room, like living, you don't hear.
Can I search these 3 dudes?
Make an investigation
Is
check.
it 3 of them that you said? Or just.
Yes.
Okay.
+1.
Help action?
Sure.
Okay.
Find any clue, this is what happens.
So you said +1?
Yes.
Okay.
What
Nat 20.
At 20 on your investigation check?
Nat 20.
Okay.
Thank you. I think I can.
Perhaps we should figure out how they died.
So, as Gob, you start looking around, there are some pretty massive knife wounds to the bugbears. You gotta sort of adjust them, which is not a big deal for you. But you get the sense that kind of just how they fell made it look like they were kind of laying down, but they were definitely murdered. You also find a pretty good sized backpack that was sort of just haphazardly thrown, seemingly, in the back of the room.
Is there anything inside of this backpack?
Yeah, there's all kind of stuff. Yeah.
What's in there?
If you want to take some time to do that. You find a few odd trinkets and things like that, stuff that seems to be personal. You find some food, you find a water skin, but you also find a journal.
Okay. Gob's going to take the journal, rifle through it really quick, and be like, "Hey guys, I found a book here. Anyone want to try to read it?"
Good doctor.
Good doctor. You want
Good doctor takes the
Read
journal.
this?
And he's
I did a quick speed read, but I just want to cross-reference. You know.
Good doctor kind of looks at you. You can't see his expression, but he kind of stares at you for a moment.
I did see him flip through it in 5 seconds.
Doc yet again
That's
says in his
a-
mask.
I don't.
Impressive.
Yes.
Reading abilities. The good doctor's gonna look through
I'm
it.
gonna stand over his
Is it
shoulder.
in Goblin? Goblinoid, Goblin tongue, Gob.
What?
What language is the book in?
Is it common?
Okay.
Gob.
I asked
Yes,
is it in Goblin?
No,
Goblin
it is in.
that is common.
If you flip Gob's wisdom with his intelligence, that's all he says. It's just go.
Hey man.
Go, yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
Alright.
So you start rifling through. It's a personal journal. You hear sort of like short descriptions of jobs and payments that were gotten, and then sort of split up amongst names and things like that. It doesn't seem to be relevant until you get to about maybe 20 pages in, where you start to see names that are familiar. You definitely see a name called Halaseliax. You see Keelan the Weasel, Mendra Talberth, and Copper Stormforge. You see writings about what they're going to get paid to be hired as part of this expedition. You see a location in Waterdeep and 2 missions taken by the group. One was a mission to hunt for magical items and spellbooks, hired by a person by the name of Oba Uday, which is a Shultan priest of Joaquin, that has traveled from Port Nanzaru on behalf of a wizard named Wakanga to procure magic items from Waterdeep. She apparently is offering and has in her possession, or did, 25,000 platinum that she was going to give depending on the value of the item.
I didn't rob her.
She was going to pay like 10 times over what the value was.
That would have been us.
Which was a mission that you Anyways, there's also a small note that's sort of quickly written, like dog tagged, that says find Crescendo Rosnar. Nothing else is really written on this page. On the next page, you see a quick sketch of the path that the group that you now know as the Fine Fellow is Daggerford found. So apparently sort of quickly sketching it, and you're comparing it to your map. They headed down the yawning portal, and also, so you're looking at the map and then you're also like cross-referencing the notes that they've written down. They headed down from yawning portal, encountered the mirror spirits, got caught by 2 goblins that almost alerted their presence before they'd killed them, and was forced to retreat up a hall in a small room for the night. So the 2 goblins that were in that very long hallway where you'd met the bugbears for the first time, right?
R.I.P.
They apparently had killed them. Taking turns, they kind of watched and healed, and then snuck past the Xanathar post that was past the mirrors.
We didn't do that.
They headed south. Haleth entered a closet. The door wouldn't open. He then came out, acted really suspicious. It reads that Rex, and then you figure out this is Rex books, Rex the Hammer. Rex thought Haleth had stolen something valuable, demanded to see it. During that confrontation, goblins and Grix had attacked. They all retreated to what he had labeled as the map room, where the Grix and goblins attempted to gain entry. Keelan apparently just ran up one of the available hallways, leaving the group. Rex encountered or attacked Haleth, and stabbing a sword in the base of Haleth's neck. Searched him and found nothing. Threw him in the hole and basically writes the details, which seems completely void of emotion. Still believes that Haleth has found something and either hid it along the way or dropped it. And now the Grix and Goblins have it. Or that, as he puts it, damn Keelan Weasel fella might also have it. They entered a room where Screaming Moss alerted a few goblins, and they booked it down a path underneath what seemed to be a floating statue. They entered the Goblin Bazaar. They were a little skittish about having any sort of relations with the goblins down there, dealing with the Xanathar already, and wanted to be as far away from this place as possible, but apparently Copper had tried to steal some food and raised, and they raised the dead spell scroll from one of the shops and was arrested. Through the commotion, Minda and Rex snuck out where they found a room with all the food and wine that you could possibly ever want, with floating servants carrying everything you need. He writes that it's paradise, but it's not why Rex is down here, and basically spoke ill of Minda, calling her an unprofessional, selfish bitch, and left. And it ends there.
Rude.
Wait a minute. That guy was trying to steal a Raise the Dead scroll.
Okay, hold on, because
Was he
there's a
trying
lot.
to bring back Haleth, but Haleth killed him now.
Whoops. I don't think it was bringing back Haleth, like, oh, I'm gonna save him. It was a bring him back and interrogate him.
So they think that Keelan might have taken something. Could it be the book?
I'm pretty sure it's the book.
It's the book. Okay.
Yeah, that's
So.
what.
Haleth has the book right now.
Mhm.
Because it was his originally. He wrote down all the stuff.
And Rex is dead already.
Yeah, he
So
did.
we've got 2, 3.
Just one.
That's what he
Just
told
one?
us.
No, because
It's all his cleric spells, and he was trying to.
None of
I think
those
it's
are
just
cleric
Minda.
spells. They were
right,
all
she's the only
wizard
one
spells.
left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No? That's fine.
Because we killed the rest of them.
Or are you trying to count down how many we killed?
Yeah.
Same idea, different.
Yeah.
Do you still have these? It was light, lightning bolt, fireball. Those are all wizard spells. Like that was a
I
wizard
don't
spell.
remember fireball being in there.
There was fireball because
Can I roll something to see if Gob would have picked up that this was Rex's journal in his rifling through it?
Would you have cared?
No.
You would have had to read in detail because there's only one time.
Just in rifling through, if he could have picked up Rex.
Can we
I'm gonna
see?
say no, just instinctually.
Can we see how fresh these?
Unless you're interested in this.
I mean, Gob was like interested, but he was like, he looked, he was like, that's a lot of words. He was trying to find like pictures.
Yeah, so I'm gonna.
Dio.
Where's the tape that you pulled out for the pop-up man?
Can we see how fresh
He
these?
gives you the egg.
He went in the back. He was like, there's no finger holes in this.
These sound buttons aren't working, and then get cheese batteries.
I-
So yeah,
I
I would
was-
say. I mean, yeah,
okay.
you just gave him the book.
I was just wondering because I really wanted to potentially roll well and then look at the good doctor and go, yeah, it's Rick's journal. Wild stuff in there.
Yeah. I want to read the last part. Woof. Took a turn. So,
Can we see how fresh the bodies are?
make a medicine check.
Yeah, with my nat
I'll give
20,
you assistance, and I will give
with
you
my nat
guidance.
20 investigation.
Plus
is
one.
that- can I tell like these are long dead or fresh dead? Or
I would say yeah, you did. Well, I'd say with the three of you, I would say for sure you got this. So, it's been maybe. It's not fresh. Like, Gob, you're pretty familiar with bodies that are stored, and you know that the skin turns a really dark color when sort of gravity takes effect. You're not sure what that's called, but basically the bottom of wherever the body's laid gets darker, and it's definitely past that point. So with that, you would know, based on the shape of it, it's probably 3-4 days old.
So if Halaseliax stole the book, then his friends weren't lying about him being a thief, and they did have a right to kill him. I mean, they did have a right to kill him, but they were probably kind of justified because he did steal something and lied to his friends.
They assumed he stole something.
Well, he did.
Probably found it. That's not stealing. None of them had the book
They
themselves.
didn't. He came out of a closet and didn't tell them what he found.
Probably
But
because
what
they
if it's
backstabbed him in an instant.
Or what if it's a thing where he knew their disposition and knew this would not be good in their hands?
Also, could have more than been some interference on Mr. Blackcoat. He did go into a storage closet, as we once did, and
Came out with a book of wizard spells.
came out different. I would imagine anyone, their first encounter with a Black Cloak, had he been a little more violently disposed that day, most certainly could have hurt him. He could have been in there for days, weeks maybe.
But I mean, we just trusted Halaseliax. We didn't ask him any questions.
He's a revenant. It was either that or he'd kill us, and we have a revenant that tries to kill us forever. We didn't really have a choice.
Yeah. I mean, we always have a choice, but
You threw me off when you did the good doctor voice and stuff. I thought we were talking out of character.
yeah.
I'm a little drunk, but speaking of that, Pardon wants another drink, but it is. No.
Yeah, what? 2 hours so, bro.
Yeah, I think it's enough time for.
I inside them.
That's
That's
some water.
I don't think it's enough time for Bugman. Bugman needs a long time to soak.
No, I think Bugman quick.
I'm gonna look at
When we talk Bugman language.
It's more use to this. I'm gonna use my wand of secrets in this area.
Bugman thinking.
Okay.
That's
You
not-
pull out your wand of secrets while they're sort of going over the book, and it just kind of fizzles out right in front of them.
Yeah, guys, I like to imagine good doctors reading this and God just standing in the right next to him. Yeah. I remember that part.
All I could think of is the good doctor
Get to the
looking
end.
up and just going, Bugman think this book bad.
I'm gonna start going down further down the hallway.
I'm gonna follow him.
Okay. So you guys leave out the
left
door,
side, yeah.
and then you take that left, and then about 50 feet, you gotta take another
I
left.
think Gob's going to, it was just the trinkets, old food, and the journal, right?
Right.
Gob's going to take the trinkets.
You get the sense that anything of value probably this big.
Top's gonna hold on to the trinkets.
Okay, some of the trinkets you do recognize. Like, you definitely see like a jar of
An anklet.
like frog
A tracking
stripes.
bracelet.
So you like that. You see a few little bone trinkets that are like just little toys or trinkets or whatever. Some of it you recognize.
Is there a fidget spinner?
For my dragon. Let's keep doing right now.
I'll say you find a fidget spinner, some sort of form of smooth stone, sort of with bone and sort of.
God, what do you have?
Fidget
What is
spinner.
that? God.
You can add that to your inventory.
God, what are you playing with?
That's how you write.
Gob?
Gob? Gob?
Gob, what's that? Gob? Gob, can you hear me?
That's how God rides the lightning.
This is one of those things where like you just give it to your players and you're like, oh, what's gonna happen
We're
now?
gonna fuck with you.
Fucking Cameron's gonna be like, yeah, and then I want to pull up the fidget spinner and echo it through the halls like a banshee. I'm like, I'm about to figure out mechanics.
Alright.
I'm gonna
How to
fidget
intimidate
spin
somebody
his
with a
brain.
fidget spinner. I just made up.
Wait, look. Okay, real quick. If a person with a strength of 25, and you know, a strength of
That's a
12
ninja star.
is
You just gave him a ninja star.
a strength of 12 is most professional bodybuilders. A strength of 25 with all of his might.
No, I get that, but no matter how buff a dude is, if he comes to me with like a, yeah, we're looking for you, I'm like,
That's a buzzsaw.
listen,
man.
Jembo, I'm banging you over the head with this lollipop.
He can
Like,
Well-
throw it.
That could like
Or spin it at like hypersonic speed.
That's what I'm
and just
thinking.
hold the-
fucking drone. This is what I'm talking about. This is the shit I'm talking about. This is.
Alright, so Dio.
And we're already
Dio, imagine there's a group of enemies, right?
Okay, we're getting off track. We're getting off track. All right.
We're always off track. I don't know
It's
what you
getting.
mean.
Well,
There
I'm
is
gonna
no
continue down
track.
the hallway then.
Okay, so you take that left down the hallway.
Keep an ear out for things.
Um,
Eye out for things.
The hallway splits. You see that there's a pathway to the right, and then it goes for maybe about 40 feet and then takes a left.
I think we'll check out this
Let's
rate.
go right
Let's
first.
check out this rate pass.
Okay, you want to go right?
Yes.
All right.
I don't think I'm sober enough for conscious.
So, you take that right. There's a small little alcove at the end of the hallway, and then it takes another right. It
I'll
heads-
check that little alcove out.
Nothing there, it just seems to be a normal alcove, yeah. Head right, and you go down, making your way through a walk. Making your way?
walking fast. This is past and I'm homebound.
Have you heard the gangster remix of that song?
Yes.
Yeah. With my Glock. Alright, so you make your way down the long hallway, and you come to, the hallway just sort of opens up into a room. As you get closer, who's leading this? Who's got the...
Goblin Hal, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
As is tradition.
so Hal, as you're sort of walking down, I'm assuming with your lantern out,
Yes.
you get closer to the opening of the room.
Well, actually,
and
no.
you
I wouldn't have my lantern. I'm using my dark vision for now.
Okay,
I'll hold
gotcha.
my lantern when I want to
Okay.
search for things.
So you'd have to get a little bit closer, but you start to see in the room, sort of on the floor, it kind of just looks like a pile of something. And as you get closer,
What
you
about the
see,
ceiling?
But before we get closer, can Gobs see what it is, what this pile is with his
Special eagle eyes.
yeah, make a perception check with advantage.
Special eagle eyes.
+4.
Wait, it's 120 feet, right?
No, it's my dark vision is
No, the
eagle
eagle
eye
eyes.
thing.
What's up?
The eagle eyes is 120, right?
No, it says that that you can make out things in great distance without like obscuring things like rain and stuff. You can make out like
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so I'll just give it to you.
so
Well, like,
details as
can I roll
small as
this
you can
other-
make out details as small as 2 feet across. Like fine details as small as 2 feet
I
across.
got his dirty 20.
Okay. So way before you actually see that it opens up into a room, Gob, you start to see that the hallway opens up into a room, and you see what looks to be just a pile of things. You're not really familiar with what they are, but are you describing these?
Yeah, Gobs
Okay.
describing it.
As you start describing them, they sound like, to you guys, instruments. You see a piano, a violin, a few drums, and a lute. sort of all just kind of scattered around on the floor.
Gob is
it's gonna
familiar
be
with
an object.
what,
We're going to be beaten by instruments.
Gob's familiar with a flute because he has one and knows how to play it.
Yeah, fair enough. So yeah,
No, wait. Do you have proficiency in the flute? No, that was my campaign. You didn't have proficiency in flutes.
I don't know if I have proficiency.
I'm looking at the ceiling.
okay. Looking at the ceiling.
Nothing. Good. I don't trust the ceilings.
As you get closer, you start to get a better view of the inside of the room. To your left, the
That'll
room's-
blow my mind.
the right wall of the hallway is the right wall of the room, and the room sort of opens up a little bit to the left, and you see that to the left there is what seems to be a harp on a stand, like a well-decorated stand, and you see that there's writings on the stone wall. You see 9 little dots and then 4 horizontal lines. You also see that there is what appears to be a bugbear that's laying in front of the harp, and as you start to kind of make your way into the room a little bit, you see that there are actually like crimson trails sort of all over the room of bloody footprints, and the feet of the bugbear are completely raw, blistered, bloody, and torn up.
Gob's going to look at this 4 horizontal lines and the dots. Is there a symbol at the far left of it?
Yes.
What is the symbol?
It's music.
Well,
Music sheet?
there's one of 2 symbols this could be.
Is it treble or bass line?
It's a trouble.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow the trail
I
of
thought
the
Treble
body.
Plus had 5 horizontal lines.
Yes.
So is it
5 lines.
okay?
My mistake.
Deal. I'm gonna follow the trail
Oh,
of
so it's
the
5 lines
bugbear
with 2
took.
notes in it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You're gonna what?
Follow the trail that the bugbear took.
It's just in the room.
Oh.
It's just you see some that are much darker than other ones. Some full complete paw prints, some incomplete. But it's just all over the room, all around the
Elevator,
instrument.
can you use your magic on this?
Can
I used to
Gob
take magic.
Okay. You get nothing.
can Gob try and pull on the fact that he has proficiency with a flute to see if he can decipher what those notes are and apply them to this harp?
Sure. Make a performance check.
Here, have some +1.
My performance. Damn. What do I get from that?
+1.
It's a 9.
God, we're gonna Ahghairon time this. We gotta play it. If we gotta play it right. If we don't play it right, we die.
Little did you know, Good Doctor is a savant.
Is he?
No.
No.
Bugman, though.
How about Keep?
Bugman.
So as you step up to the harp and sort of looking at the wall and start to play, your nail actually catches on one of the chords and makes a very unpleasant sound. And as the palms of your hand are sort of resting on some of the other strings, you feel this incredible, like, decay of the flesh of your hands, like almost being like electrocuted, where like you can't move your hands away, and you take 20 necrotic damage.
This was not magical?
Hmm?
This was not magical?
What was not magical?
The harp.
It seems to be magical, yeah.
Well,
She used detect magic.
Some magic isn't detectable by detect magic
Not in this dungeon.
because you're a sadist.
So what was it? Did it only damage him like after he made
Wait,
it back?
you have. It's on for 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
I would say when he gets hit, you do get a sense of magic and then it goes away.
Question.
It's only being active when he's playing it.
Did
oh, Good Doctor. Can you explain that to the Good Doctor? Go ahead.
it like so was he playing it right at first for a second and then he
No,
went back?
he. I wouldn't say you hit a wrong note, but it definitely just didn't play right, and so it was a wrong note
Okay.
the way that it came out.
So, items themselves aren't magical. There's a presence here that
That's
is
causing it.
So
Malicious.
it's a spell-like ability.
So we need to play the notes accurately.
Mm-hmm.
I'm super smart.
what's your
Can I
help?
try this?
18.
How many?
That's
Sure.
less of
Make a performance check.
Yeah. You know what?
Can I?
I'm proficient in performance.
Can I give her the help action since I'm proficient?
Yes.
I think you're
No.
better at performance.
I have a +5.
Yeah.
What's your performance mode?
You have one more.
+2.
Yeah.
Do you want me to
We'll see about
try again
Yeah.
with
Friend.
advantage?
Yeah.
that. Wait, let me heal you.
I will take this heal.
Good doctor, can he brain his way through this music?
Not really. I mean,
Four?
it's like a language. You know what I mean? Like you either know it or
I
not.
got a 19, sir.
Plus 3.
So 9.
Yes. And then we'll just do that again real quick.
Does that help?
I'm gonna go with
Launching
yes.
across the room. Ping, 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 ping. Yeah, that's exactly what I had in mind. That's 20.
A
Nat
6
20 on a heal. Okay, so 6.
plus. Oh wait, yeah, plus 3, so another 9. I basically healed you for almost all the damage you took.
Yeah.
2 points off.
Can I get guidance on this as well?
Yes, yes. Guidance. 4.
Ooh, okay. Okay. Ooh, okay. 25.
Okay. So,
Gobs just like.
going through with
That's-
Elimae, all the notes are right. It's just playing an instrument that you're not familiar with. It's the same notes as a flute would play, but again, just figuring out where those are located at. And you sort of. You would go into it confidently. You wouldn't give a shit.
Yeah.
I almost was like, yeah, you would.
He gets
Super
there
confident.
the first time, but
Play the 9 notes.
Yeah.
Does time go backwards now?
And yeah, you guys start from the beginning. You're at Yawning Portal.
Gobs escapes.
Play the notes.
That's alive.
Sort of stand expectantly, and then you hear it from the bottom of the harp base.
Gob's going to try and slide it at first.
The whole harp
Does it
seems to
sound-
be like
does it-
a
so-
little latch at the very bottom of the base.
Okay.
Oh,
so,
so you said
okay.
open it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So some sort of like hidden compartment.
How
I thought it was the carpets.
Right, I know.
around.
Yeah,
There's a
but
bunch
I'll
of-
describe it
There's
better.
a bunch
Allow
of
me.
instruments.
I win.
Wait, there's a bunch of instruments, or is it just the harp?
It's no, there's a bunch of instruments.
But they're all piled in the center of the room, except for the heart.
right.
I'm gonna open up the latch.
Okay, so it's just a rectangular sort of little box, and there's a scroll inside.
Thank you for that.
I'm gonna
action. I rolled a 3 on the
Look at the
first one.
scroll.
It is a scroll of Raise the Dead.
Ooh.
Oh,
This
so
is
that's the
useful for
scroll that he was looking for.
Well, he was trying to steal one from the Borbe Bazaar.
Right. Well,
This
you
was a
found
different
it.
one. Yeah, this was a different one.
Are we sure?
Yes.
This isn't the same one. How do you know
Wait,
that?
you said that that bugbear's feet was all fucked up?
Mm-hmm.
Almost
Like almost to the bone,
like his bottom feet?
the bottoms of his feet. Everything else
His
is
bottom
fine.
feet,
Like
not his
the-
top feet.
The very bottoms of his feet.
Well, like the feet or like the hand feet?
The feet.
Bugbears have normal hands.
They're bipedal.
I don't know.
Alright,
bugbear-
You do know. You do know very well.
Cameron doesn't know.
Yeah, bugbears are bipedal.
I'm gonna
just be like cocaine.
shine my I'm gonna shine my lantern revealing through this whole room to see if there's anything hidden creature in here.
Okay.
Pulling
Look around.
strings.
Good doctor's gonna roll a medicine check on the bugbear to see what happened.
Okay.
And help and a guidance. You get a +3.
Yes. Yes, it's pretty good.
I'm gonna pocket that raised edge scroll.
You
though.
said there's blood everywhere?
23.
That means I can revive you guys later.
23. So, as they're dealing with the instruments, you're sort of focused on what's going on with this. Checking the trace around the room. It looks like he basically walked to death.
Oh. That's a spell. Somebody cursed him and made him do loop-de-loops.
I was asking about the feet thing because I was like, that'd be a really fucked up way to play a harp with your
I'm just gonna see.
toes.
Is there anyone in here?
I didn't even go there.
No response.
Because then the chronic damage to my hand was like, that's what happened to this dude on his feet.
I'm gonna look at the. I'm gonna look closer at the instruments in the center. Pile them up together.
Okay.
Anything off about them?
Normal instruments.
Good doctor, roll an
There is-
investigation check.
No other notes around the room?
Nope.
I will help you. +4.
You're just investigating the instruments.
Actually, yeah, I'll investigate the. Oh, wow. You said +4 with a help action?
Mhm.
I don't think I need it, but yeah, I didn't. That is a, wait,
We're at 23 base.
31.
Okay. You don't know a lot about musical instruments, but I mean, you know what's just an actual instrument and what's arcane. You don't see any inscriptions, you don't see any insignias, you don't see any nothing that would make you think they're anything other than just wood, ivory, regular
Doctor
materials.
smacks one of them like a drum. There's a drum in there, right?
Ring. Yeah.
Nothing happens.
Where do the footsteps go? Is it just like a big
It's
circle?
all around the room.
I want to do like Prince Humperdinck and the Princess Bride, and I'm gonna trace the footsteps.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, make a performance check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I give her the help
It's
action?
a dance.
It was dancing.
Can I give
it
her
was
the help
failing.
action?
Wait.
Can I help? Can I help?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Here, have guidance.
Oh.
Plus
That's
four.
a nat 20.
You also got a plus 4.
And that 20.
A nat 20.
So what's that total?
Alright.
That's super hearts.
So it takes you a little bit, but you're watching sort of you're trying to find the concentrated footprints first, and then it sort of gets a little thinner, and then it gets heavier and thinner, and you watch as she starts to jump and dance around the room just mindlessly.
Oh, maybe the harp cursed him.
No,
And
that is a spell. Something's irresistible dance, and they just kept casting it on him until he died of exhaustion.
What is that?
That's a high level spell. That's a
What is
7th level
that
spell.
dance? Autos?
Otto's irresistible dance.
It's like a 7th level spell too.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
That's scary then.
They abuse that shit.
Good doctor.
Looking at
Good
it.
doctor realized what happened as he watches her dance and be like, "That's a spell."
I can't use it yet, but I know.
Somebody cast this on
Nothing
this.
happens while she's dancing.
And there's another room connected to this, right? hallway?
No.
No. It's
What's
just
up? Like when I look up, what do I see?
Oh, I know what to do.
20-foot ceiling.
Nothing.
Nothing else. No.
Oh, I want to
Is there anything else around the walls?
secrets here.
No, seems pretty plain other than
Just the
just the
music.
musical instruments.
Did you investigate the instruments?
I investigated.
How many musical instruments are there?
Yeah, how
We
big
should
is
try
this
to
pile?
play the notes on each instrument. I wonder if there's different things in each one.
I got a 31 on that investigation check, and I also just played one and nothing happened.
Yeah, he started banging on the drum up.
6.
6, what are they?
Piano, violin, flute,
So we did
2
the harp
drums,
already.
and a lute. What?
We did the harp already.
Correct.
He
Sorry,
did the-
7.
7. He did the
7.
drums.
He just messed around with
Okay,
the
I want to
instruments.
try. So he didn't like play the notes on the drums.
Oh, I said I did. I said I started smacking one of the drums.
Well, those notes wouldn't match up with that instrument.
I just started smacking the drums.
Yeah.
Drum.
Are there any other?
Nothing seems to happen.
Dio, as the resident drummer, drums don't have notes, do they?
Yes.
Oh, they do?
They have notation.
I was shocked when I learned that too. Okay.
We can play instruments too, guys.
Okay. Listen.
Drumming's fucking hard. It's also exhausting.
I'm not saying it's not harder.
Nah, that's not hard. It's tying my shoes is fucking hard.
I was just
Ridiculous.
I wasn't thinking they had like sheet music.
They do.
I want to try to play
It's the only instrument that has unique sheet music is percussion.
song, the notes on what's the instrument after the drums.
So again, there's the harp, the piano, violin,
I want to try the piano.
2 drums, a lute, and a flute.
I'm gonna do the piano.
Okay. Make
Can
a
I go?
performance check.
Okay. Can I get some help on this?
Yes.
Plus 4.
23.
Okay. So with you guys
24.
playing it, having played it before, you play it note for note. Nothing.
Okay, I want to move on to the next
What if we
instrument.
did
Is
the
this,
best
is this flute any different or better than Gobs' flute?
No. Basic flute.
No. Gob's gonna play those notes on this flute.
Okay. Make a performance check.
I'm helping him.
He does know how to play the flute.
Plus
does
two.
he need to?
Let's do it. Okay. 21.
Note for note. Nothing.
Nothing.
What if we play it backwards?
Does it sound better than my actual flute?
With that
He's
performance
asking to
check,
steal the flute.
there's something in it that, yeah.
Gob's
You-
gonna swap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna take my flute. It's like Indiana Jones.
Okay. The floor starts to. Nothing but the
Are
lamb!
there any other
Maybe
stands in
something
this
only
room?
happens with the other instruments if you play it poorly. Like we're doing really good. Maybe something
Well, he
bad
just-
happens.
I'm just.
You did
Yeah, but
that.
you did a good job at that.
No,
I
he
didn't
didn't.
roll. I just
He
smacked.
did a good
just
job
smacked-
investigating.
Okay.
He did not roll for smack.
Dio, are there any
Well, first
other
back.
like bases for where any of these would go in the room? Any of these
No.
instruments? No.
And I will say also a note, you still have Detect Magic up. Any of the other instruments that you're playing don't have any
The
sort
same way that
of...
the harp does?
Nothing, yeah.
Okay.
I
So
almost,
have we- have we-
I almost want to use my Wand of Secrets in here.
Have we
but I
missed
won't
anything
charge.
in this room that's like just not like hidden or anything, just like that when we walked in and saw? Is there anything that we haven't messed with yet?
No, it was a pretty much empty room other than the instruments, the bugbear, the bloody footprints, the harp.
What if somebody was playing the instruments while this guy danced and he died?
They were probably sadistic. And they made him do
All
this.
the other rooms you said are piled in the middle.
They were probably a bad person.
Bum,
God damn it, Hal strikes again.
You said all the other instruments like the harp were just piled in the
I'm gonna
center.
pray over that corpse. Yeah.
Center of the room?
Okay.
Mom's in the center of the room.
How can we tell how long it's been since it's died?
Make a medicine check.
Make a medicine check.
Yes.
I'll give you an assist.
I thought you were talking to Hal.
Gabriel?
I mean, I can do it too, but you know.
I thought you well, medicine check. Okay.
+1 and you get assistance.
Good thing. Never mind. 2 natural ones.
Game.
Not a thing.
I'm not gonna say anything, but I'm gonna say something. You only did that because it hit one of your other fucking dice. You hit your own dice again. Rolling something that doesn't have other shit.
Well, I've been rolling 19s in that, so like.
Alright, dear, at the
It's
cost
also
of a
inconclusive.
difficulty. At the
Your
cost
case stands. You rolled 2 nat 1s and a 3 and that
At the
because
cost
you
of a
hit other
difficulty
dice.
raise of the DC possibly, I would like to roll my own medicine check.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll give you a help action.
2. I'm gonna stand aside to go doctor. Stand aside. I have 2 a doctor.
You rolled 2 nat 1s.
Fuck!
Wait, you're not doing this with advantage, are you?
I gave him a help action.
Yeah, 2 fucking nat ones. He ain't helping you.
Okay.
What was your first roll?
It was an 8 plus 2 plus
94.
6. So 16.
It's not fresh. Probably around.
Wait,
Same.
is this on the body?
Yes, on the body.
I rolled a medicine check on
Yeah,
that
you did that
body.
at the beginning.
Yeah, I rolled a 32.
Yeah.
No, I thought that was on the.
That was on the other
that,
room.
was, that was in the other
No,
room.
that was on this body because I asked, I'm like, I'm rolling a medicine on the check on the body, and you're like, he danced himself to death.
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah.
Oh.
And then we forgot all about it.
Yeah.
So how long has this thing been there?
Probably about 2 days, I would say. You'd be able to honestly guess.
2 days.
If you had to honestly guess.
I was actually planning on lying, so.
Not
At least that's when it.
not
That's when it's
I'm a
started
vampire.
deteriorating.
Can I tell what it's how long specifically its
It
blood
takes a
has
long
been
time
dead?
for someone to dance.
I
in
don't
that.
think there's anything else in this room unless Daniel wants to use a charge on his Wand of Secrets.
Wait. Warlocks have irresistible dance.
Yeah, that's Minnie did this.
It's Midna.
Yeah.
Midna did this.
Yes, I don't think there's anything else in this room.
I think she's in this room. I think something's in this room.
No, we already hit it.
I use my lantern revealing it.
That would have popped it up.
Unless he uses a Wand of Secrets charge, I don't think there's anything else in this room. I think Dio's just enjoying us spending
Yeah.
more time.
Let's go back.
necessary.
I can guarantee you it's actually agonizing when you have stuff planned and you're just sitting there while they're
Or you could find the humor in it.
I find the humor in it.
Dio. Let's
Because
go
we're
back.
missing something.
Okay.
He is Sisyphus and we are his rock.
So you go back up the hallway and
this
it's
is
the
the
point where
250,000 platinum.
We're gonna take the left then, yeah, this time.
so you're gonna go right this time.
No, we went right last time.
No, you came in left and came out.
Yeah, we said we were gonna take the right first. And then...
Yeah.
You took the right.
Yeah.
That perspective.
Yeah, so,
Yes.
but
So
now,
So now you're at that hallway. If you take the left, you're going back the way you came.
well, no, yeah, I'm saying like from where we originally came in, we're gonna
Wait,
take
so-
that left now.
We're going straight.
We're going
line.
straight, yes.
Okay, right.
That's-
Yeah.
that's-
Okay, gotcha. All right, so you take the right.
I'm saying once we got
you
back
go left where you were.
Yeah.
And head up the hallway, and as you come around, it is the back of the room where the bugbears were around the campfire.
So just
What? No.
Circled around.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
Oh, wait, no, this is the wrong way.
I say we should leave now.
I'm gonna put my mask on because I haven't done that in a while.
It's been a minute.
Oh yeah, you should push her about that 25,000
I do
platinum.
shit for y'all. What's up? I'm just kidding.
25,000 platinum. Fucking, we could have got that.
Okay, I put my mask on.
Fuck.
Daddy.
Hey. With 7
Puppy.
lives.
As a very familiar sort of white static comes in.
How's this gonna stand
Or
right next to
anything?
you and be like,
Do I feel him standing next to me? Are you really doing that?
yeah? How's this like stand like?
Every
this is-
single time he gets closer, I'm going to nudge further
How?
over.
You want to give some
Well,
space.
no, this is really interesting. I haven't. I've never actually really observed
Hey,
prayer
listen,
of mask like this.
okay, observe from a safe distance. I've heard the message.
I let you observe my prayers.
Yeah, I'm not creeping up on you like this, okay, brother? Just take a step back now, alright?
So how does it work? Is it like a?
I'm gonna need you
stone?
to take a whole 6 feet that way before I put this back on.
Elimae, you want me to move?
He's gonna step back.
Okay.
6 feet?
6 feet.
5 feet.
One more. Right. I'm
5.5 feet.
6 feet.
His
Pushing
tail.
it.
His tail goes into the 6 feet range, so he's fine.
I need
I
to.
like how Hal is no longer Hal. It is just
Daniel. I need Hal Daniel to be 6 feet back. Away.
Dan,
Just
how?
away.
Dan Hal.
And Hal.
He's 6 feet.
Not with his tail. His
Oh,
actual
he's 6
toesies. Okay, his toesies.
Gob is standing like a fucking bouncer. Yeah, keep
Okay.
moving, Buster, yeah.
Thanks, God. Okay, I'm gonna put my mask back on.
I'm holding keep then.
Good doctor starts walking.
You're not touching my.
I'm a dragon.
I don't care.
He's a dragon.
I didn't give you my dragon. We're moving on now.
Where is keep?
I have my dragon in my
Over shoulder.
right here with me.
Come here, keep.
Nope.
Yeah, Furiosa, and you're just petting Furiosa.
Yeah, just use things like 6 feet.
What'd you say to me?
Okay, I put my mask on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not drunk. You're drunk.
Do I hear anything?
Right,
You're not
The
wrong.
white static, yeah.
It's back. Okay.
With my 21 perception, I'm listening.
I'm making progress. I'm just letting you know. Here's my check-in. I found a dragon. A tiny one. It's fat. That seems cute.
Okay.
Okay. And
No response.
then I'm gonna be like, it's not the 22nd, but I remembered. I marked it in my phone calendar, and we're gonna go do that. Taking care of it. Okay. And then I'm gonna take the mask off.
I have a question. When she has the mask on, do we hear what she's saying, or is she in like mask world?
I'm in mask world.
Okay.
Oh.
I was just wondering.
So she just like stands still, basically.
You guys have seen her hold the mask and pray, and when she does that, you can hear her. But if she has it on, typically you can't hear her.
So it's basically she just stands there like a statue, and then.
I mean, she's still aware of her surroundings.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
I have my senses.
It's her mind that's talking. That's what it is.
That brain hole, do the speak. So says Bucky.
The mind flayer's listening in.
Teach
it's
to
not.
drink. Alright, so where are you all heading?
Bugman's have for sacrifice.
Down that straight path.
Okay,
We'll go with
so
the chickens.
start walking down the hallway. And
Oh,
We
wait,
already
wait,
did that.
chickens.
Yeah, we already,
Back in.
yeah.
I guess was we.
Yeah, I guess we're going back to where we like.
we walk down the hallway, passing all of the mechanical puppets that are still locked where they're at, through the door, through what seemed to be some sort of showroom, past the host, out the door, and past by where that water basin is. And you come to the left and right. Left is where you guys entered in, and then you have that right hallway.
Let's go right.
Let's do it,
To the right we
yeah.
go.
Like the sun. Right, yeah.
So, as you walk down the hallway, there's a sort of a massive sort of area to the right that opens up. What seems to be some sort of long abandoned laboratory.
Is this the
You
HARP
guys
part?
see it's filled with sort of dusty and damaged. You see tabletops and cauldrons. There's a stone hearth that stands in the back wall, and seems that most of the stuff hasn't been touched in ages. And as you kind of glance around, good doctor, you would notice like alchemical tools
This
and
is the
equipment.
freaking alchemy laboratory. We finally found it.
As you're sort of looking at it, a lot of it, it's all of it's pretty much unusable. But this stuff is really old, like ancient.
Good doctor.
Is there a Bunsen burner?
Roll a investigation check.
Sure.
See what you can find.
I'll help you. You need a +2.
I mean, I will say this is a particular point of interest. You would take the time.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what you get. That these are just really old, outdated tools.
We
None
were
of them
told
are of
that
use.
some of this was functional.
That was on the second floor. Books.
We are on the second.
Any
No books.
any journals? Nothing.
All equipment.
Yeah, we are on the second floor, aren't
Third.
A second.
we? Yeah, we're on the second.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
No, didn't we take stairs down?
No, we
We
went
came
back
back
up.
up. Because we're
Oh.
going back up to, because the 22nd
We're
is
just
tomorrow.
covering some old stuff on the second floor before we go back up.
Yeah, good enough.
I'm using detect magic.
It's magical.
Do I see
You do pick up
That was some good hard play.
inconsistent waves of magic. They're not in this room, they're past the wall. And when you notice that, you sort of look at the very end of the room that you're currently in. There's a smaller room that seems to be some sort of kitchen, and there's a door on the right. And it's in that sort of area past that door that you get.
What type of weed magic is she feeling?
Because it's so inconsistent and fluttering, I'm not sure.
Just because I want to clarify, the spell can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone, so that would be a wall, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then 1 inch of common metal, so like a door or something like that. I couldn't detect magic through that.
I can imagine wearing like one of those musician outfits.
So it
like
can
the
penetrate
flap
most
flops.
barriers,
You know, like the
Oh,
except for 1 foot of stone.
like the coattails.
Yeah, you
And then
decided.
he flips them up and then he sits down and he goes.
We've decided that also Bugman and Gobsina would be best friends.
Ouch.
Oh, so
How would he
you
bug
wouldn't
Because he is.
you wouldn't get any sense.
Okay.
My mistake.
I can smell the magic.
You hear what I said?
What?
How would he Bugman? Because he's a lizard.
All right,
I
so
honest to
Why
God
wouldn't
think Bugman without a doubt would
'Cause
try
it's
to
thicker
at
than
least
the
eat
first
everyone in this party once.
But
How?
how would he Bugman?
it's the wall.
That,
That's the difference.
a typical wall?
He'll be
How
talking.
thick is a typical wall?
In a dungeon?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't know much about cave exploration or cave building or dungeon building or whatever, but basically the least amount of resistance, that's where rooms are built.
Do I hear anything on the other
What-
side?
I mean, what are we-
So walls,
Okay.
That's how
wall
a dungeon
thicknesses
keeper
can
talks.
be...
You're talking about getting through.
That's
a
the
wall?
Dio.
Detect magic says the spell can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt. So I'm asking how thick this wall is because I can see through it, possibly,
With detect magic.
with detect magic, but it's thicker than 1 foot. Okay.
Dio.
It's not a house, so the walls have thicknesses of all degrees,
Is there,
all
is there
variations.
one point?
I'll say that there's a point where the wall
Thinner?
is thinner than a foot, and you're
Well, what
To
is
make
this
it make
kitchen
sense.
door? What is this kitchen door made out of?
so as you get closer to
Yeah.
the kitchen, okay,
I rolled a perception of 27 to see if I hear anything in that room.
okay. Don't hear
Or see
anything,
anything.
and as you're following Elimae, as you make your way into the kitchen, you see that it's basically matching the laboratory state. You see a small oven range, you see a washing basin, there's another hearth in this room as well, and you actually still see that there is a cooking pot hanging, it's empty, but it's still hanging over the hearth. You see all the pots, pans are basically all corroded. Same thing, all the cooking utensils and
Like the
tools
Titanic.
and stuff like that. As you get closer to the door, that's where you start to really pick up.
What type of magic?
Again, it's still it's still really faint, like almost incomplete.
Is it on the door or through the door?
It's past the door.
I'm gonna open up the door.
Okay. So, as you open up the door,
I explode.
Waiting to bust down.
the sort of creaking of the withered and sort of swollen wood rubbing up against the frame. You open up to what seems to be a bedroom. It's dusty. It's definitely unkept. But there's a bed that stands alone at the back of the room, and it's with a headboard. At the foot of the bed, you see like a really nice sort of dark wood and iron strapped chest. And you see kind of in between the door and the chest is it's like a really old ratty carpet that
It's a magic.
has like old arcane symbols on it.
Can I fly it?
You see that there's also in the carpet it's a shield basically framed with geometric patterns and a circle around 3 tri-scrolls. Those of you who are familiar with magic recognize this as an abjuration symbol.
So this is. I want to.
Is it like a physical shield?
This is, as you see the carpet,
It's a living carpet.
you're getting spurts of abjuration.
I want to
But
try
it's
to
not
stand on
before-
it and move all the
Wait,
things off
before
of it.
you do that, would the good doctor know about, like, flying rugs and also rugs of smothering?
Yeah, the rest of stuff like your group of amazing.
Yeah, I would say you know about that, yeah.
Good doctor stops you. So you're getting a magical read off this, particularly abjuration.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get smothered.
There's a
I have-
chance.
No.
I think Dog would rip it in half. If it jumped on somebody.
I have Misty Step. If it smothers me,
That's understandable, but I'd prefer to avoid the
I can't be
whole
surprised.
choking hazard of a rug,
but it could be a flying carpet, so
which
it's
I
worth
would
it.
prefer, but also a rug that chokes you.
Well, we
Let
can
me-
figure it out.
I
Go
was,
first.
I was laughing because I just like the fact that Gabe's speaking in character, and so in my head it means that's Elimae speaking, going, "I have Misty Step. I'm okay."
I'm fine.
Just like, wait 1 second.
How
I
is-
have Misty Step.
It's right here.
I'm okay.
You
I'm
wrote
certified.
everything you can do on your hand.
Dio,
It's like fucking Mulan, where it's like running and it's like,
I
oh
like wiping
shit.
it.
how is
Grabbed onto that ice cold Sprite and it
That means you have a Mushu. That's
Keep is my
It has been fulfilled.
How's
Get down
The
to business. Alright.
how
To the
how is
beast.
gonna go up to the rug?
The
He's
road.
gonna-
Oh.
What?
Hal's gonna go up to the rug and he's gonna fiddle with it. He's gonna
You gonna fiddle with it?
yeah. He's gonna,
How do you
You
fiddle
gonna
with the
rosin
rug?
up that
he's gonna,
boat?
he's gonna step on it.
Okay, so Hal sort of makes his way in
He's gonna
between
stand back.
the good doctor and Elimae and stand on the rug.
Fly.
I want to be nice to the rug. I want to
He's gonna knock it.
scoot gently Hal
Okay, so you
off.
kneel down and knock. I mean, it's stone underneath the rug, but
We were talking about a flying rug.
I want to
Maybe.
pick the rug up.
You might be able to run
Okay.
lightning grip.
so as you start to peel the rug, there's a little bit of resistance, and you hear sort of a sticky peeling from the bottom of the rug and the stone floor. And as you sort of pull the rug up,
God, dude, how
you
get
see
on
there's
there?
an incomplete, some sort of summoning circle underneath.
Oh.
It was never the rug. Is that where the magic?
Incomplete, you
So
said.
as you move the rug over,
I'm going to
You're-
gently put the rug down
I have
just
chalk.
in case it's.
I have chalk.
The
Complete.
good doctor is gonna look at. Can good doctor make an arcana check?
yeah, sure.
Has anyone checked under
Yeah.
the bed?
You have +1.
Has anyone checked under the bed?
There's also an iron
For
chest up
monsters?
under the bed too.
Gob's gonna check under the bed.
Dirty 20.
You don't really have to roll for that. I mean, you look under the bed, there's nothing.
Dirty 20.
There's an iron
30.
chest at the end of the bed too.
All right, so
What's your
there are pieces of the summoning circle that were stuck to the bottom of the carpet, but sort of going over each purpose of what summoning circles are, because there's a multitude of different summoning circle types.
I'm gonna hand you chalk.
This is specifically for someone specific that is tethered to this,
We should absolutely summon whatever
Tethered
this is.
to this room.
to this circle. This doesn't like
What if it's
conjure like just a monster or
Summon it.
you know, this specifically
This is
calls
how we fucked
someone.
We should summon it.
I'm gonna hand you some chalk.
So, Gob, as you're sort of looking under the bed, it seems like whoever or whatever was here before basically took all personal possessions out of this room. You don't see anything under the bed. All the shelves are cleared off.
Have we opened this chest yet?
We have not.
No.
Okay, Gob, open this chest.
Yeah, would like to.
Yeah, Gob wants to open the chest.
Okay.
Stand
You
back
go to
for
open
the
it,
five
and it
arms.
is locked.
Can he
Well-
break the lock again?
If that's what he's supposed to do.
Oh, Gob's gonna break this lock.
Okay, make a strength check.
It's what, plus 10 or something?
Add 3 to that, my friend.
Is this regular strength or is this athletics? My diablo.
How much does it piss you off? You know,
It's
it's
locked,
there
so
if
it's
you want.
mad.
What'd you give me?
3.
3. That's a 32, my good sir.
He rips the lock off. It explodes.
I don't like that.
I will say you take 12 points of damage, but you do indeed break off the sort of magically sealed lock.
Oh, was
Is
it? Did I hurt myself, or was it?
It
had a
is
charge?
trapped, but
Okay.
You hit it.
it succeeded such a high DC. Most people would be like, "Ow, that fucking hurts," and stop. You tore right through it, so you take the 12 lightning
And then he
damage,
eats it too.
but the lock is gone.
You should use your fidget spinner.
I like the idea of this, like,
Shaking the lock like, you do this to me?
I like the idea of, like, it, like, this big bolt of
Put your
electricity just going, and Gob's just like, ow.
I don't think God even realized the lock was magic and trapped.
Yeah, did they
He's just like,
What's your
I
health
don't even
level?
know my own strength right now. I'm gonna hurt myself. I think
What's Remmy's health
I
level?
think I got it.
Anyways, it's open now, guys. Let's
Oh, you want to heal Remmy now, huh?
I healed him last time!
Is it 20?
Okay.
I'm also at 20.
What's in this chest?
What's your max level?
Gob's gonna
48.
Alright, so I'm gonna use my channel divinity to heal.
What are we divining?
How much can you go up before your max? Reach half of your max.
16. And then
Alright,
I'll be at half.
so 5, 10, 15, 20. So 16 goes to you, and then 4. And 9 goes to you, good doctor. That doesn't exceed half your health, right?
It does.
Okay, then what's the point where you get to half health?
24, so that's 4.
So you get 4, and what Remmy's already above half health.
Yeah, he's already above his half.
Then
Hey, what's your health at?
does Channel Divinity work on her?
Huh?
Does
Oh,
Channel
no.
Divinity work on her?
Probably not.
You didn't see it. You didn't see it work.
Can you hear yourself?
I can't, so there's just like 5 in the ether somewhere.
Alright. So, what are you doing?
It's just.
So, you open it up.
You want to take this luck off, not to look inside it? No,
So, you open it up. You see a couple stacks of blank books. Sort of thumbing through it, and you're like,
got thumbs through like, hey, good doctor. It's a good read right here.
Good doctor, it's just a completely
Are they
blank.
fully blank?
they're completely blank, yeah.
God goes, yeah, good reads, good doctor.
Yeah, most certainly. And he's kind of putting them in his bag of holding.
You see what looks to be a wine skin.
Is there wine
Is
in
there
it?
wine in it?
You open it up, and there is wine in it.
I take a
I'm gonna
sip.
give it the smell test.
Sniff test. Does
You
it
don't
smell?
know what good wine smells like, but it smells like wine.
I'm gonna ask the little dragon keep.
I don't know that you'd like it. It's a little bitter,
Those
but it's
Good doctor.
It's never been outside.
Elimae.
Well, he's been close to the
Oh, you know what?
The skull.
Yeah,
The skull might have
God's just like digging around and then handing things
He's been
back,
in this area.
and you're just going, Elimae, I think this is more to your tasting.
It's a fail wine.
I'm gonna take a giant swig of it.
okay. It's actually a really good wine.
Oh.
Like,
Good
I'm glad
it's
that
doctor.
very
I would know.
smooth, bold.
Good doctor kind of looks away and lifts his head a little bit.
Any
And good doctor is definitely a wine snob.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's a really good wine.
is there anything else in this chest?
Yeah, what else has God fun?
You also see a small note that basically has kind of a chicken scratch writing on it, but it basically says retirement fund. Don't spend it all on ale, calabash, and then just has a dash with a sort of fancy H on it.
Is there any money in
Yeah,
there?
what?
The only other thing that you see is a small mortar with like a hardened crimson substance inside,
Mortar?
like a mortar and pestle.
Good
Okay.
doctor's gonna
Yeah,
roll
what?
medicine.
Retirement fund.
Is that medicine?
Is
Is this
there,
from Halaseliax?
is there like, can God like check and see if there's like a hidden?
Like a false bottom.
Yeah.
Make an investigation check.
Hang on, let me.
Good doctor
this
will
is
give you give him a help.
+2.
It's true. Held that true.
Any hidden creatures in this room or objects with my lantern?
13.
No false bottom. You're pretty sure.
Okay, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Can God try and move this chest?
Sure. It's heavy, but yeah, you can move it.
Heavy for
Nothing
who?
on the floor or anything? Nothing
Beneath it?
underneath the chest? No? Okay.
Alright.
Just H, signed H, this is your retirement fund.
Yeah, Doctor, what?
Yeah, what would-
tell me what this little face stuff
What's in
down
that
here
petri
is?
dish?
Medicine check.
You look at it. It's definitely blood.
Most certainly blue.
But who's
It
blood?
matches the
Is this for the summoning circle?
matches the summoning circle.
It summons money.
Can we finish the summoning circle? Can we do it? Let's do it.
I have some chalk if you
Can we hit pause, make a save point,
And then come back to this?
and
Actually-
do this, and if it fucks
We'll
up,
do another save file.
reload the save. Yep,
Right.
yep.
So, okay, I'm gonna be real with this. And I'm sure Dio would agree with me here. So when it comes to summoning circles, there's usually a uniform pattern, but because this is so specific, I don't know if the good doctor can actually do it.
You can see where the summoning circle is broken. You would just need to read.
Oh, okay.
It's the carpet that.
And I do have
so
fucked it
like
up.
all the special symbols are
You'll be able to see the back of the carpet if you wanted to complete it.
Okay.
So we would
Take
take the
my
blood
chop.
in the middle of it.
Sir.
Oh, it has to be done in blood.
Take that blood, sir.
Are we?
Yes.
Is this
Yes.
something that we?
Yes.
Without a doubt. Do love the
That's how-
excitement of experimentation, and the good doctor begins to finish the summoning circle.
Okay.
Ooga chaka, ooga 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 chaka.
So the mortal that you have, it's completely dry. So you're gonna need something to sort of reactivate
The wine.
the moisture.
Good doctor puts a little bit of wine in it.
There you go. Okay. So you mix it up, reactivate it, and it takes you about 15 minutes to finish this up, just to make sure everything's aligned. You know the sort of science and art that goes in with this, how clean these lines need to be. And as you finish the last stroke, you all feel this immense force and are all pushed back against the wall. Even Gob.
Damn!
As what seems to be this massive, angry wind just starts tearing through the room. Whatever loose papers there were are just flying through the room. The loose books, the empty books. You kind of hear the feet of the bed start to drag against the uneven stonework, sort of ringing out like scratches on a chalkboard. Doc, even your mask, like you have to grab onto it and make sure it doesn't fly off of your head.
You got a lot of classes on that.
You all watch as the room gets sort of lighter as all the shadows are pulled into from every corner of this room into the center and concentrated. The darkness begins to develop into some sort of thundering cloud. As this darkness starts to take shape, there's this deep purple energy that starts to reveal these sharp angled eyes. These massive sort of arms start to make their way out, and hands freed from the form of the mask, the runes start to glow this deep matching purple. You watch as this conscious being begins to take in the room, sees the good doctor, and immediately lunges in the good doctor's
Should I
direction.
try to get in the way?
No, the summoning circle would stop it, I think.
Yeah, it can't break the summoning circle, right?
I think in D&D it still functions by those rules.
Oh, yeah.
It's past the summoning circle.
It's
Watch
already
it.
past the summoning circle?
Mhm. So the way that the room is, the summoning circle is the perimeter of
The
this room.
Oh.
And then there's the bed is outside of the summoning circle, and then
So we would be
few
outside of the summoning
no,
circle.
you're basically the very edge of it. But you watch as the shadow tears towards you, and you all watch as the wind still pushing you against the wall overpowers the good doctor and starts to push in through every gap and hole in his mask, filling in the space all around him. It's hard to see. You watch as the good doctor basically flails and starts to kick his feet and legs across the floor, sort of clawing at the mask as this purple thunder lightning just completely enters into the good doctor, and the good doctor falls limp.
Well, he's now possessed by a demon.
Demons can't. Shadow demons might be able to.
Damn. I'm gonna can does the wind stop?
The wind does stop.
I'm gonna go immediately get the good doctor, pull off his mask, and
I want
what
to
the
see if
hell's
he's
going
okay. Can I use detect magic on him?
So as you go to pull off his mask, the good doctor, you feel he tenses every single muscle in his body, and you watch as he levitates a few feet off of the floor, and then
here.
you see that every sort of crack or hole in the mask, the eye sockets where the mouth is, starts to glow this same purple energy. You watch as he falls to the floor, grabs his book, and starts writing in this black charcoal, to the point where the scribbling, the frantic scribbling starts to actually like tear through pages.
Is this the evil book?
No, this is just your regular like journal.
I'm gonna read it as
You watch as like
Yeah.
charcoal fragments start to break off in several directions. The force of the writing is so severe. He's flipping through pages, writing frantically, flipping through pages. As he finishes up, closes the book, the winds pick up once more, and the sort of again pushing you back again exits the good doctor's body, and you watch as the sort of very angry purple concentrated energy starts to become lighter and lighter, and there's almost a peace to it. As the room gets calmer and the storm gets lighter, sitting there you watch what seemed to be some sort of tortured soul or spectral residue of an individual becomes white smoke. There's a little bit of sunlight that comes from the white smoke that sort of shines. The cloud gets lighter and lifts up, and you swear, it's faint, but you swear for the slight second of relief as this cloud sort of thins and vanishes, you hear the exhale of relief.
Did we jerk off a ghost?
That was a lot of sexual tension.
Elimae, you take
Yeah.
20 points of radiant damage.
Holy!
Are those 5 points in the ether still?
As you come to,
Well, it doesn't work.
nothing that you wrote makes sense. You have no recollection of what happened.
What, can I read it?
It makes no sense to you. Make an intelligence check.
I'm gonna-
check or saving throw.
Check.
I'm gonna-
add Arcana or
Just straight intelligence.
I'm gonna give you +1. Shit.
I tell you what, you can add investigation if you'd like.
okay, sweet. 19.
It's not making sense. Spend some time with it and try to decipher it.
Could he give me a help action?
Sure.
Oh, that's better. 25.
Okay.
So I kind of.
So as you're-
Halaseliax, if you wouldn't mind.
Seems like an angry
As you're
ghost.
flipping through, you pick up one thing here, one thing there. You know it's possible to break this. You're probably going to need to spend about 4 hours fully deciphering this stuff.
We
Whenever
gotta
you want to do that.
go somewhere safe
What
because
time
I'm gonna
is it?
die. I'm so close. I have 6
What
HP.
time is it?
I'm looking at my time, my clock, my orb. I'm
I
pondering
guess
it.
it's about 2 o'clock.
It's about 1 o'clock.
I'm running fast.
I guess we could head back to the first floor now.
I know
That
for
may need to rest.
Sorry, the good doctor is out of. I can actually save most of my skeletons.
So I guess we're heading back to the surface now, or towards the first floor, rather.
First floor.
Yes.
Okay. So you're heading back up to the first floor?
Mm-hmm. I believe. Can I roll like a religion check or anything to see like what that might have been?
No idea.
Because it produced radiant energy.
It
and
did.
It seemed like a spirit of some kind. And
Good Doctor's not had a very good run. 2 possessions in a fucking
so
day.
I
Like-
can't roll any
Oh,
religion.
this one
didn't
has
fucking-
several days have been.
To be
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
awful for the Good Doctor.
So Dio, I
This one
can't
didn't fucking
roll a
work.
religion check.
You would just have, there's not enough information.
I will
There's
roll
no
a
fucking way of knowing.
I am a
Um,
cleric. That is a ghost going to heaven.
There's a ghost going to heaven.
We freed it from purgatory.
Yeah, and I am a cleric.
But
This is a fitting thing. considering
This feels
he's
like-
sort of
this
a-
feels like it's under my
Retirement,
domain.
Though. So this is your retirement.
Passing on. to the next one.
What if that whatever it scribbled out?
Is the secret to
the
some
retirement.
lots of money?
How long does it take us to get back to the first floor?
Bitcoin.
Master Dio.
Invest.
Bitconnect!
How long does it take us to get back to the first floor?
From where you guys are at, about an hour and 15 minutes.
Alright. Let's go.
Where are you guys heading?
First floor.
Where?
Oh,
Probably
Art
our-
Charles.
Well, I would
Good
assume
doctors.
our.
Oh yeah, our little
Good doctor's actually going straight to his lab. His personal lab.
Okay, alright, gotcha.
I'm gonna go to my vampire friends.
I'm
Okay.
also gonna go to the good doctor's lab, but I'm gonna hit. I'm gonna say I'm gonna send a message to friend Lord Azarok down below
Wonderful.
to let him know that we will be staying up here for the night, but we will return. And I'm gonna cast Sending
Okay,
to Lord Azarok,
okay.
and I'm gonna send him a short little message. I only have 25 words, so I'm gonna say we will be spending our time for the night above. Let us know any developments.
There are 15, so 10 words.
I love you so much.
You-
Good night.
Send pics.
Ooh.
Hey.
If something happened and you need us,
Let
Tell
us
us.
know.
Or
tell
love.
us. Yes. There you go. That's my message to him, and he can respond to me because somebody works that way.
Okay.
Gob's gonna spend these 4 hours training with Remmy.
Is he responding to me?
There's a moment, and then you hear a. Who is this?
Oh, you get put in.
I still have how. How?
Can't just go back and add shit in later.
I still have words.
You
A
do.
word.
How?
Word.
Halaseliax.
That's all you would get. Who is this?
What are my vampire
Okay.
homies doing?
Alright, so as you guys begin to make your way through.
How does he not put that together? I thought he was a smart hobgoblin. We will be starting the day off on the surface. The only group of people that come from the surface is us.
Wrong number.
So as you begin to
Shit!
make your way up the hallway to the Undertaker's,
Who is this?
you take that left into the hallway as you normally do. But this time, the door to your left, the first door, the door that you usually pass and go to the double doors, right? The door that you know is rigged with plates, the door that you all first entered in with Mobrick,
Armed with plates.
is open, yes.
Yeah, remember when all the plates clattered? Oh,
As like a makeshift alarm, they stack up ceramic plates. That door is opened. The plates are scattered and broken in that hallway.
I'm about to fucking die. Like, terrible timing.
Well, technically, we would have had to gone through that to get to where they are, right?
No, you guys usually go forward, and then there's the double doors into the
I
chamber.
thought we were going to the basilisk room, and we had to pass.
You have to pass Urktarl's chamber.
Okay,
Yes.
so isn't that kind of where she is too?
Isn't this where what is?
We'd be walking by you. You could let us know as we're walking past you.
Okay, I definitely let you go. Hey, the alarm has been set off in this room.
Are you guys not together? I thought you were all together.
No, he was going to his lab thing.
You
Yeah.
have to pass Urktarl's
Well, that's
chamber.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, we'd be there.
Yeah,
so.
right. So
Okay.
you all are together.
Good doctor stops, and he kind of looks at his army, and he's like, to me. And he's going to like kind of stretch a little bit and be like, I'm ready. Fred.
Okay. Can you guys go check this out? I am not in the condition to go with you guys right now.
Good doctor
I'll go
has
first.
flanked by Ham and Prosciutto.
Okay. Alright.
I am not with them. I am outside of the door.
Okay.
Before you fuck my friends up.
So, Gobs, you start to make your way into the room.
I'll stand behind Bob.
The other door is open. So if you remember, you go through that one door where the ceramic plates are, and then there's another door, and that's the main chamber. You begin to hear Urktarl speaking, hear his voice speaking loudly. You hear him go, "And as I see myself to follow in the footsteps, I consider myself a gentleman of honor. My name is Urktarl Canuck. Welcome to Undermountain. You are the newest adventurers to the party, but this is the first time another group has come down in such a fast time since the last group. Seems we'll be busy. Business is good. I'm gonna take a break there so you all can get your drinks. Alright, so continuing on. Gob, the door is open, so as you start to make your way through the hall, sort of stepping on the are you trying to be quiet? What's your
It's a.
Oh my god.
Well,
It
probably
was.
We thought
prosciutto and him, I know we're not gonna be quiet, but
I don't think
God,
trying to be
time-wise,
quiet around
God-
Charles
God
is
is
a good
first.
idea.
Gob is. He was trying. I think trying to be quiet to like listen out, like going into a unknown area or like battle, like trying to be quiet. Get off me. Trying to be quiet to like listen in and listen for threats. But I think as soon as he hears Urtal's voice, not that he lowers his guard, like the shoulders they're not quite as tense.
I got you. Okay, got you. All right.
And so I think then
Would you
he
guys
starts
tell
moving
me
with
that
a-
everything is okay?
Give you a thumbs up.
Yeah, and then I think he starts moving with a little bit more purpose towards the door. And then once he gets maybe halfway to like a quarter distance left between him and the door, he might make himself known to Urtal.
As soon as the good doctor hears Urtal, he signals him and Prosciutto to come back,
Okay.
and he follows Gob.
As you're walking into the hallway, you're making enough noise to at least where a few of Urtal's men sort of pay attention to what's going on.
God looks at them, does like the...
It's you know these two. It's Court and Warlock. You know those two.
I'm with them also now.
As you sort of come closer to the door, you see that there are many more people under Urtal's assignment, we should say, as there used to be. Probably up the upwards of 50, 60 lit torches in this room, completely surrounding what seem to be 4 adventurers. Their backs are facing you, but you do see there is a female. Her hair is done up neat, and there's a dagger that's through it that's holding it up. And she has what seems to be some sort of flowing, thick red canvas as like a cape, either canvas or leather, with the same kind of matching material, thick leather boots with several like silver buckles that are also sort of hiding several matching daggers
I'm
as well.
assuming she's an orphan. Her parents abused her, or one of her parents are dead. Is she a tiefling?
Either way, you can tell there's some sort of unquestionable confidence in the way that she's positioned when she's addressing Urtal.
God likes that.
There's also a shorter man, sort of short white hair with a black bandana around his mouth, tied at the back of his head, sort of hand resting comfortably on a hilt of a pretty good sized greatsword compared to his size, and his hands resting on it, so the sword is sort of stuck out further back.
God also
This
likes
is my sword.
Towering over him is a very tall, broad Goliath that's sort of wrapped in really thick furs, bald head, very pale skin, covered in tribal tattoos, and is currently holding on to, pretty aggressively, 2 greater axes, one in each hand. There's another one that is in between those 2. Shorter, thin, lean, well-dressed man, sort of spiked black hair, stylish, that has kind of many accessories on his leather tunic, and sort of stands there with his hands kind of on his hips, just sort of taking in everything.
God feels unsure about this man.
Robin Hood.
But without breaking the focus on the 4, Urtal lifts up his voice and goes, "Furiosians, we have guests." And at this point, the 3 men turn around to see you all sort of stepping on plates as you're making your way in.
We were a bit worried we saw the plates so scattered.
Oh, you did the plate thing too.
The woman did not turn around, still keeping locked eyes with Urtal. She almost seems more guarded. And Urtal sort of looks at you all and goes, "This is the Zutra clan. They were just about to offer me 80 gold to pass through these caves." And the Goliath immediately speaks up and goes, "Oh, the fuck we are!" And you see the woman raise her hand, and the Goliath immediately sort of tense, but like hesitates and lets it go. She steps forward close enough to where Urtal's men kind of ready themselves. Looks down the hall where the Undertakers sleep, and then looks up the stairs where Herrera's old room was located. Locks eyes with Urtal, and there's this sort of long, uncomfortable pause between the two of them as they stand relatively close to each other. And you watch as she grabs Urtal's hand and slaps something in it, something that she retrieved from her pocket pretty quickly. And she goes, "Next time, trim the fat on that speech." And as she releases her hand, Urtal kind of looks down at whatever she placed in his hand, and she turns around and starts heading in your all's direction. And
Hello.
you hear the Goliath. You guys are about maybe 30, 40 feet away from each other. You hear the Goliath kind of whisper to her like, "We can go this way now. Why we turn around?" And she responds, "Because if these fruit bats are here comfortably, then this area is cleared long ago. We need to go deeper."
Goneless fruit that's there.
And as she finishes her sentences,
She knows they're
sentence,
vampires.
Yeah.
the three start to kind of make their way past you.
Well, she's calling us fruit bats.
No, she was
Paying very little attention to you guys. The three men are just gonna walk
They immediately walk into him and pursue him.
and just walk right past them.
They're kind of nuts.
Except the woman who pauses once they sort of make their way through. The woman's at the very end of it, and as she exits out of that hallway, looks at you. Doesn't say anything, but just
I glare at her. Friends?
she continues on with the rest of the group.
They're
and
after our loot down there.
they head back to where you guys came from.
Rather confident, I would say.
Why did she? I don't know why she
I'm
said
gonna
it.
go up to Urtal and be like,
I think she was calling us fruit bats.
these.
No, she did the vampires, I think.
These were confident adventurers.
Could God have seen what she put in his hand?
He has the.
I want to go ask
Specialized.
Urtal.
Make an investigation check.
I'm just gonna ask him. I'm literally just gonna go up to him and be like, what happened?
Before, hold on, because this would have happened before.
Well, how
You're at the very end of it.
Can I have?
You actually didn't see this
Do I
exchange.
have advantage because my eagle?
No, you're just going to do a regular perception check because this is already difficult enough.
Perception or investigation?
Perception. Because you were perceiving it.
guidance?
I don't like that.
That's, I think.
+2.
3.
3?
So
Didn't see it.
That was going to be a non-natural 1.
You were more interested in the Goliath and the charismatic one.
I want to go
I
talk
think,
to
I think I was
Urtal.
more interested in the woman.
She was interested in me.
Hal said, Hal
Fight.
just straight says to Urtal, those are confident adventurers.
That's what it seemed.
Rather overconfident. Uncautiousness leads to death. But more than happy to have more bodies if need be. The Goliath was an interesting specimen.
I think she knows what you guys are.
Would be interested to see what they do because y'all have cleared most of the things out for them, so they kind of got it easy if you got it by me.
Darl, I think we're in a bit of a disagreement here. Do you think when she said fruit bats, do you think she was referring to you guys, or do you think she was referring to us? Because Elimae thinks she knows what you guys
We're
were.
settling a bet.
But I think she's talking about us as fruit bats. If she calls us a fruit bat, I'm gonna show her the fruit bat ain't got nothing on the old Gobsini here, the big tuna that he owns.
Would be more than interested to see how Gobsina would fare against the Goliath.
I don't
I
think
did
we should
take the
fight
roll.
fellow adventurers.
We
If
won't,
we
but if
can
they were
avoid
to happen to draw a weapon on us, self-defense.
I want to go ask them what they're doing
I do
here.
gaff phrases with more weight than that.
Okay,
Goliath.
I see that they're being boys, and I'm going to turn
Tunas.
the other way. Tunas, big tunas. And I'm going to
Okay.
turn the other way. How far are those other adventurers? They're not that far, right?
No.
Okay, I want to run up.
I'll see
Spring
this is
chicken.
going to accompany the injured Elimae.
Gob
That's-
is Gob is
I
going.
don't
with
want you
Elimae
to
as well.
die.
Okay, and I want to like stop her and be like, "What are you guys looking
Alright,
for?"
so as you start running, the three men don't notice as soon as she does and she stops,
Mhm.
sort of, so you guys are in a hallway. And she kind of looks over her shoulder.
What are you guys looking for? What are you guys doing down here?
You don't work for me, so that's not your concern.
Just trying to make sure that you guys are safe.
What level are you?
Yeah,
No, I'm joking.
We've been
Level
down,
3?
We've been down here a long
Yeah,
time.
This isn't our first dungeon crawl. We got this.
How far are you guys going? Just so you know, there is a lot going on right now.
There is a lot, and it is very dangerous. More than just dungeon crawling, it's more of a political game.
She does this like dad whistle that I can't do, and the three stop. And she turns over. What do you know?
I think we should exchange information. I'm not going to offer it up the same as you didn't. You understand?
This is a very precarious situation.
I think the conductor sees that you kind of left and he starts to come after you, his army following behind, and he looks and he nods to you, and he nods to them.
Well, you chased after me.
You don't have ill intentions, do you?
You understand we are also adventurers.
Name's Gobsina. I think we got off on the wrong foot. Gotta be friendly with each other.
And I'm Halaseliax.
I'm the good doctor, Ezekial.
I'm Elimae.
That's Keep.
It is a key.
And this is Remmy.
You hear a click as she resets two daggers back in her, her behind her.
Cop
cape in
still
her
has
pouch.
its hand out.
And
I can do it forever. I got
it
25
takes her a long, awkward pause, but she eventually does grab your hand.
And you are?
Zoom.
I like that name, Zoon.
You got the zoomies?
Nice to meet you.
Go. You spell that Z-O-O-N or Z?
Where are you guys headed?
U.
XUNE.
I was way off already.
We will
I'm more of a phonetics guy myself.
trade of information.
You look like you make it up in other areas.
Oh, that's right.
About a trade of information.
God is blushing. He's bright green.
Well, what information are you all seeking? Why are you all down here? You all seem as comfortable as they are. How long have you been down here?
For a while. As you can see, my
Gobs, you notice out of the corner of your eye, Gobs is
the good doctor says, my practice is rather accepted above. Here I can perform as much as I'd like.
Do you hear about the killing of the dragon?
No, is that here?
It was up on the surface, yeah.
I'm not from Waterdeep. None of us are.
Where are you from?
Not from the same area.
Well, have you noticed the increase?
Mercenaries.
Have you noticed the increase of defenses that Waterdeep has been?
It's unusual for the guards to be that
As a
aggressive.
question, did Lady Silverhand happen to go with that duel?
No. I'd love to get in her favor, though.
Interesting.
Why?
I have some information. You all have other information.
We happen to know Lady Silverhand, yeah.
Okay.
Me and Elimae were there when the dragon was killed, yeah. Can even say we might have had some finishing blows and took out some of our friends.
Still don't know what dragon you're referring to.
We have its skull in the manor.
Yeah, if you
There was a dragon that was living under the city that we discovered.
and killed.
Are you taking residence in any of the inns?
Oh, the embezzlement dragon.
That dragon.
Okay.
Was that its name?
No, it's just what it was tied to.
The Troll Skull Manor,
That's ours.
or Dragon Skull Manor as
Yes,
it's
sir.
called now.
I'm not familiar with that.
It's a local adventurer's tavern. We own it.
If you need lodging, we could get you a discounted rate.
You can stay in my room.
Take my card. Is that scene from American Psycho? Like,
My favorite is picturing Gob
God damn
with
it, this
this
guy.
hot girl
First
in his
sleeve.
basement. Just sleeping on
£9
like,
card
The
stuff.
hammock?
just like, give me my hammock, baby.
But yes, if you do need a place to stay,
I feel like that would be the.
Hope Adventures.
Oh my god.
we just opened up recently.
Do you not have one?
No.
You always have one.
Now,
What is happening?
Cameron has business cards.
Oh,
No, I don't have one. No. This would have been perfect.
as we mentioned,
We'll stop right here. We'll regain next week. Start again right here.
here's my card.
Oh wait.
hold your hand out.
Do you have
one on you?
I did give you.
No
one.
fucking way.
He's my god.
Wait, it's manifest.
The cat.
Yep. That's my card.
I want to see this. It looks so professional.
Spent
My god.
$25 on these.
Oh,
As we
bud.
mentioned, there is
I
more.
love that you added the Instagram.
Yeah, of course.
There's more than
That's
just
good marketing.
dungeon
As a
crawl.
marketing professional, I'm proud of this. This is A+.
Alright. What's that?
There is more than just dungeon crawling down here. There is a lot of political issue.
Various factions are vying over control of Underdark. You'd be wise to be cautious. We have met mind flayers and drow, intellect devourers, necromancers.
Gibbering mountains.
We had to deal with a beholder.
A butcher.
What was the big thing they killed? The Etten? Yeah.
And not to mention the Xanathar are based in Underground.
Well, we're not looking to stay here that long. We have a job. Once we complete it, we're out. Be out of your way as long as you're all out of our way.
What are you looking for? We might be able to help you find it.
We
We
have
cleared out the first few floors.
We have found quite a few people we find common ground with. So
Boy from the Rosner family.
What's his name?
And she looks through her notes as I look through mine. Rosando Rosner.
That was the guy. I just wrote that name down from OBA's journal.
From OBA's journal?
Yes.
Or
No,
Rex's?
Rex's journal.
Rex's journal.
pull up the journal again. What did it say specifically about him?
Recalling our information.
We have the journal on us. So.
You know,
I
all
wrote
the
that
stuff
name
that our
down.
characters for
Do you
sure.
pull out your journal?
Well, no, we just read this an hour and
Yeah.
Yeah, a
Oh,
couple
It
hours.
wasn't that long
We
ago.
also
Yeah.
have the journal, so we can just pull it out.
Yeah, but we could also pull from our mind.
Can you go ahead and give me those notes? I will note it. My pen and my paper. I'm ready.
It just says a small note, quickly written. Find Crescendo Rosner. Nothing else is written on it.
And she said he was a boy of the who?
Rosner
The
family.
Rosner family.
What was the name of Keelan's group?
The
Keelan the Weasel.
No,
Fine Fellows Daggerford.
Keelan the Weasel.
The Fine
That's his
Fellows
full
of Agathorpe?
the fine fellows of Daggerford.
Daggerford is a city.
Daggerford?
Yeah.
You happen to know the Fine Fellows of Daggerford?
No.
Oh, okay,
I know
so-
the city.
Dio, I forgot to mention. So sending they recognize that I am the sender. They know that it's Hal. When I did do that sending message, so he knew who it was.
Does it say it recognizes?
Yes, it says recognizes you as the sender if it knows you, and he knows me.
So he's fucking with you now? He's just like, who are you? He doesn't
Okay.
remember you.
I'll come back to that.
Yeah, okay. That was just.
Okay, fair enough.
We might have known the last party that was sent to go find this boy.
There was a failed adventure party before us that got hired for this job.
Yes.
Like,
They were
Interesting.
killed by combination of Xanathar and local fauna.
Actually, technically,
No.
out of character, there's still one of the party
remaining.
down here.
There is one of this adventuring party that may know information, but she is
Dangerous.
to say the least.
We'll take her out.
What about
Her name is Minda. Do you know her?
Gob's gonna kind of climb up. Doctor like, what about Q? I think he might know anything that could help him out.
Right in the book, yeah. Right.
Q? Yeah.
There's another adventurer that we can contact to try to give some more information.
I would appreciate that.
Down
Nothing
there.
has been asked of me so far, though.
Were you hired by the Rossler family to look for their son?
Can't speak on that.
Why?
If you take yourself as seriously as we do, you'll understand why.
We do understand.
Good Dr. Ezekial.
Can we write in the book to Keelan?
Yeah, good doctor writes a Keelan, do you know of a Rossler? The boy,
Crescendo.
Crescendo Rossler.
Rosner.
Rosner.
Good
Good
lot of
doctor.
scratching out.
Good doctor also says some general things you should know. This first floor has obviously been cleared out. The second, clear
I
out.
don't know if we should give her so much information.
We should let her be wary. I'd rather not have dead adventurers on my hand.
Yes. There
We
is
don't
still a
know.
monster
We don't know the things.
that does not go down.
On this first floor, to the north,
It went down.
there is a
it's
beast
back up.
that is exceptionally strong and doesn't die. We killed it once. Advised to just not go up there. It tends to stick to its territory. The Undertakers are already aware of its presence.
You haven't come across a 22-year-old man, fair skin, dark curly hair, trained thief in these parts, have you?
Is that right?
Does that sound like Keelan?
It could. It's vague.
Rather vague. Could describe many.
How old is
Does he have a name?
How old is Keelan?
Yeah.
Like, he has a
He's
son.
a son.
He's probably in his mid-30s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does it have a name?
The one I'm describing?
Yes.
Rosnar.
Oh, no.
What?
Wait, have you encountered that? Memory.
Could he be what?
Have you encountered it?
Yeah.
Nobody of that description or that age.
Wait, can you use the mirror to see if you can...
Oh, yeah, I haven't used it today.
Yeah.
Actually, I would be able to help you. Say later you'll owe us a favor, but I can tell you probably.
I don't do that. You give me exactly what you're asking.
Do you mean ill towards this?
Yeah, are you trying to kill this?
Nope. Trying to retrieve him, pull him back up to the surface.
So he came down here and got trapped.
That's my guess.
I got a question for you.
I'm gonna
I'm
insight
assuming that this is a place like many others
that.
that
Insight.
people get out of hand.
How do you feel about Xena, though?
18 to insight.
18?
Yes.
She seems sincere.
Okay.
Don't know any.
It's a gang that controls most of the area.
Don't care. Don't get it political.
Ruled by a
wars.
beholder.
It's a full variable army that controls the Underdark.
And here's the bad part that might be
So
happening.
you all are not mercenaries. You're in the thick of this.
Yes.
There is
Okay, so we're different.
Yes.
I get in, I
What?
get the job done, I get out.
one thing. The biggest issue right now is if that person is down here, there is a chance that they are in Skullport. And Skullport is in lockdown right now because of us. They will not let anyone in. They will kill.
How do we get there?
We
There
do
are
not know yet.
two
We're
main
trying to find
entrances that are heavily guarded. We're working on finding a secret entrance that we've heard rumors about.
Where do I get there?
Still gaining that information.
I think we should use the mirror.
I'd like to. Good doctor's looking to get something out of this first.
Yeah, but
What if this is out of character? What if the dude they need is in Skullport? What if they help us get into
Can
Skullport?
we get your word that you won't do anything malicious down here
To him?
to anybody?
Yeah.
That is not
Big
aggressive
ass.
towards you, of course.
No, I will not give such a promise.
You are willing to kill innocent people,
To retrieve the person that I'm hired to find, yes.
even if they're not attacking you.
If they're impeding my ability to do my job, they're probably going to attack me.
That makes sense down here, yes. But
Yes. Most of what we have found is amicable to talking, as long as you watch your footing. More than happy to help you with this investigation.
we will be going back down shortly.
This is getting too messy.
Alright.
Mirror.
If you could find any on the surface, any form of books on treatises of necromancy or medical practice, I give you this, you get me that. Sound like a deal?
Sure.
Wonderful. The conductor pulls out the scrying mirror, and he is going to match that description. Saying,
And the
"Think
name.
of that."
You have the name too.
And the name. I know what he looks like, and I have a physical description. Also, nothing stops a scrying spell, it's just if you know what's happening.
Yeah. So they'll know if they see the little dot behind their head. They're like, what the fuck? Little glowing light. It's a little good doctor looking into like a little peephole. He sees me, guys.
He's the elder brain. That's me. The moonshine did something to you.
Focusing. Remember that? Remember that SpongeBob
Okay.
episode?
Focus. So, with the description,
And
the name, all the information that you're getting from Zoon that she has available to her, you pull out your scrying mirror and you start to focus. And that sort of familiar fog comes in and starts to bring you somewhere and then fades.
Can I roll my Arcana check?
As far as like, if it just seemed to fail. Why is you're not sure.
there might be a spell blocking it.
like
Or he has
non-attack.
non-attack. Or he's in Skullport and you can't scry in Skullport. Ooh, that's not good.
Would
Well
the
done,
good
I think.
doctor know that if he was dead, it just shows dead body?
No.
Okay. Well,
No. The good doctor would know this. No, it would not show a dead body.
Okay. Unfortunately, he's not able to be scried upon,
So it seems you didn't hold your end of the deal.
which means you don't have to hold up to your end.
Fair enough. Well, you know what you look like. Keep an eye out. We're going to continue on. How do I get deeper?
Deeper?
Should we-
He looks to you guys.
should we
He looks to
guide-
Elimae actually for approval. There was he shows them he actually shows them the map of the first floor and directs them to the second. He also shows them a map of the second floor.
Be wary of a drow clan that tortures people and puts ill things in their minds.
Should we get
Who'd you sell this map for?
Because he's on high alert, no one in or out.
Yeah, Azarok is not going to be easy for her. Also, too,
We might have to
promised
escort
him
them in.
that we weren't going to let anything fucking happen to them either.
So, should we
So
just
She
escort these
reaches
people
into
real
her
quick?
pouch and pulls out 4 red glistening stones.
Oh, what those are?
Yeah, roll an investigation check.
Can God help them?
You wouldn't know.
How about me?
Sure.
Okay. Guidance and +3.
So it's +11, so I was like, mid help action.
Wow, 29.
Bloodstones.
What are bloodstones?
Maybe 50 gold apiece.
What do
150
they
gold?
do?
So she's got 4,
200.
so it's 200.
200?
What is there anything more special about them than
They're just jewels.
or-
Just regular
Sure.
yeah, bloodstones.
We guide them before we go fully back up.
What time is it?
What time is it?
It's probably around 3 o'clock now.
Yeah.
We have time.
We can escort you to.
No.
No?
There is a group of people that trusts us, and we do not.
We
want
can give
to
you passage.
get conflict with them. You need the passage.
It's a.
This is getting messy. I don't like this.
Alright.
Would you prefer to fight them?
Less people, the better. You can tell me the name. I'll most certainly.
I don't think we should give her, out of character, the name.
No.
I don't think we should be associated with them at all. Like,
No.
don't let them use us as a pass. Azarok would have our ass.
Yeah.
Good Dr. Gibbs. Then you shouldn't give him a map.
Nope.
No.
If you give me a minute, I can copy you a map. But I'm not relinquishing these particular maps.
How many
She
minutes?
takes one of the bloodstones and puts it away and still holds
Are you
it.
going to do the entire map or just like how to get down?
Just to get there, I feel like.
One bloodstone, I teach you just the way to get there. I'll write it down on the map.
What bloodstone? Just tell me.
Deal. I tell her the way to avoid all the traps and stuff. I also tell her about the mirror passage and what that does. Like any traps that would be on the way, explain
Okay.
what they do.
So you take about 5 minutes to do it. She gives you the bloodstones. You can add it to your inventory. And then the 3 other gentlemen who are sort of impatiently waiting at this point, but seem to be disciplined and have the highest respect for her. She takes what you say. And she goes, "Okay, great. Well,
Could I roll a perception check to get a gauge of how experienced they are in comparison to us?
sure,
Identify.
make an insight check."
I actually think identify.
Can
Something like that.
give him the help action with this?
Good doctor, he would be able to
Sure.
size up these
Well,
fighters.
I mean, again, you're doing an insight check. You can't help somebody do an insight check
Alright.
unless you're all talking to each other in front of the person 5 feet away.
I feel like that would simultaneously.
guidance.
be
Oh,
reasonable.
You can do your
Plus
own
one.
insight
And,
check
for
if you
sure.
want, but
Oh, I did it. I'm good. I rolled really fucking high.
Yeah.
I don't have insight as a skill, but that is a 24.
okay.
I got part of that.
Oh, I got insight too. I'm gonna do that.
2.
That one.
So with the 24?
Amazing.
Okay. There is a sort of discipline to them that you pick up on.
Mm-hmm.
They are definitely experienced. The clothing and the armor definitely.
So if you were to put this in a number scale of 1 to 20, what would you say?
They're probably in the double digits.
Oh shit.
Can we be the deal?
They would whoop our ass in fun.
Level 8.
Can we be the deal?
Level
Good doctor kind of looks at how they are. He nods. You'll do fine.
Can we do this?
Should we tell them not to go left because that's where the Legion of Azarok is?
And they
Nope.
make their way down.
Well, then they're gonna kind of leave that.
Yep, but that's not for us to decide. Like, If we help them, we're fucked.
I gave them directions down. Lord Azarok will not penalize us. He might get a little irritated, but he won't get mad at us if adventurers wander down there. Like, we were given directions around this area.
Yeah.
I just told her how to get to the
where she was looking for.
I told her how to get to the second floor.
Yeah.
Or second floor.
Mm-hmm.
Not the third floor?
Not to the third floor.
What are y'all doing?
I want to go over to Urktarl.
Are you gonna try and spend
Okay,
4 hours
so you
doing
Go back into the
second-
chamber.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Gob is going to accompany Remmy back to like the Furiosian area and is going to spend the next 4 hours, because that's how long it takes for Good Doctor to decipher that paper, to train with Remmy to help him get
Train with Remmy.
bigger, better, faster, stronger.
So tomorrow it's tomorrow at 7 p.m. that we have to steal the fish, right? Or
Yes.
not steal. Go to the guy in the little shop, right?
Right.
6:30.
I
That's
think-
what you recall, yeah.
PM.
Specifically, I would like to hone in and maybe try and teach Remmy a distracting strike as well as just general combat and getting better.
Okay. Alright. 4 hours? Okay.
Good doctor.
Can I help the good doctor decipher this and cut this time in half?
What time is it?
Right, it's about 3. Still about 3.
Okay, so as soon as it's
But
done-
hold on, so just again the linear timeline here. You guys had the conversation with the Zoon,
Oh yeah, and Azarok needs to talk back to me.
and then you're gonna go back to the chamber where Urktarl is. Did you wanna? You said you wanted to talk to Urktarl.
Good doctor's going to.
Are you all just taking off from there?
Yeah.
And Azarok still needs to reply to me.
Okay.
More than who is this?
Okay, so the 3 of you are heading back
this?
to the chamber.
Would reading my book count as a short rest?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I'll give it to you.
I guess I'll go up to the surface after this and check on.
It's like right on that teeter-tottering of that's. It's a pretty
It's
intense thing, but it's you. Elimae, what did you?
That's so you.
I just want to check and see how things are doing.
So he looks at you, kind of sipping from his cup of coffee, and goes, 80 gold, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It's because you just cleared most of it out. There's no threat. Right?
Right.
I think he knows the only threat that we've found.
Are you hinting at something?
I'm fucking with you.
Okay. I found a dragon.
Get the fuck out of
A
here.
tiny
It's
dragon.
not on your shoulder.
Where's it at?
This little baby dragon. And I showed him Keep.
That thing's huge.
It's pretty fat. Yeah. It kind of it's like it was holding onto your back, and it kind of comes around the shoulder.
Yeah.
And he kind of instinctively like leans forward and is like, "That's fucking cute."
Isn't that cute? His name's Keep. I found
And he's
it.
like, "Hi."
You want an egg?
Ah! He's see, talk to him. Yeah, he says hi.
As she talks.
Yeah.
Hello. And the dragon is like, it doesn't move its
Yeah,
mouth
yeah.
obviously, but hello. Telepathically talks.
Isn't it cool?
You found that here?
I found that here.
Fucking good for you. Look
Yeah.
at that.
Yeah. This is my friend.
Is he gonna ask if he wants an egg?
So things are well.
Good. Good to hear. Anything new on your guys'
Oh,
end?
we're booming.
That's awesome.
Probably got 70 men on our appointment now. So.
I noticed how such a big growth in such a short amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome.
When there's money,
Is there money?
there is money.
That's good to know. But these are the first adventurers you guys have seen since us, right?
No, there's been 2 other groups, but I don't think they lasted very long.
2 other groups. Where did they go to?
How did we have not encountered them?
They died
Yeah.
quick.
On the first floor with nothing left.
They might have
They
died
went to
to
the
the
butcher?
Butcher?
Oh god.
Oh, they went straight north and died.
Or they left.
Or they left.
Who knows?
We go visit the butcher again. We just see a bunch of
That's-
veteran corpses.
I don't think that's odd that he would keep track of who enters but not who leaves.
They've already paid him.
He didn't care.
Well,
They don't guard the entrance to Yawning Portal.
I feel like it'd still be nice to know who's down there with them.
They know from their area.
Wait,
north.
so if 2 more adventuring groups come through, since we've been through, we've actually encouraged people to fucking come down here
Yeah, we've had parties.
because of our grand entrance and all that stuff. We're killing people. Oh god. What am I doing?
Well,
I'm gonna go accompany my friends. I'll be around.
that'll be you.
Alright, and then I walk off and head towards my friends.
And he watches you leave. And then at the last second, starts to walk up to
Dio?
old Herrera's room.
At the end of this 4 hours, could Gob go back up to the surface with Remmy and party and celebrate Remy's birthday properly?
Yeah, Hal is going to the service too, so.
Can I take a short rest so I don't die?
Well, we're training for 4 straight hours.
Okay,
so
we're-
Then I'm just gonna sit with the
rest
good
of the group?
doctor
Yeah.
Okay.
with the book.
So yeah, we can consider this a short rest.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna heal.
So, as you're reading, so Elimae, you're kind of recovering and things like that.
How many hit die can you get when you rest again?
You two are reading the book, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I can use any of them.
Okay,
As many
gotcha.
as you
All
want.
right. God, what are you doing?
He's going to the surface and partying. Oh, he's training with Remmy
I'm
first.
training with
Training
Remmy for
with
those
Remmy,
4
that's right.
hours.
Well, and during that 4 hours, I'm also gonna sit with the good doctor on that book because
Okay.
I'm curious about the book.
So for the 4 hours. All right.
And then we're gonna go to the surface.
I have enough to fully control my army because I think I only have 6. No, I have 9 skeletons. Nope.
No, you have
Nope.
8.
8.
Yep.
You lost one, then you lightning bolt that.
I destroyed 2 of them.
Well, don't destroy them.
Remy,
Send them to
Oh, Remmy.
training. Yeah.
I send 2 skeletons, and I tell them to attack Remmy but not kill him.
well, they will train, yeah, like.
Yeah, I send 2
Oh, yeah, could
skeletons.
me and Remmy do a little sparring match with these 2 skeletons?
I need to destroy them because I don't have enough spell slots to keep them.
Sure. If you want to do that.
Yeah. Well, actually, it might be easier to start with a fresh batch because these guys are so fucked up.
What are you talking about?
They all have 3 health.
Yeah, might as well.
Are you gonna take the time to deal with the army or the book?
As soon as
No,
we
Gob and
start
Remmy
out,
can
I tell 2 to go over.
Hmm?
I'm gonna use, I'm gonna deal with the book and then I'm gonna reassert control.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm
All right.
gonna-
So you and Remmy are fighting 2 skeletons.
Oh, you know what? No, I would give. Okay, party vote because this affects the party. All skeletons gone, keeping ham and prosciutto, or keeping 6 skeletons. They all have at minimum 3 health. Some have like 1.
Can you raise any
Said
more?
all
Oh,
skeletons gone?
Okay. Do you have more bodies on you?
I can always flay the flesh off zombies.
Okay. Yeah.
I can just
It'll
render
take
it.
time, but
It
I
will.
suppose you could.
Yeah, I guess.
All right. Tell them 1 at a time. Attack Remmy. Don't kill him.
So you're reading the book and every once in a while giving orders.
Oh,
to...
I give all the skeletons generalized command. Attack Remmy 1 at a time. Do not kill him.
Okay. All right. And then you're deciphering the book.
Yes.
Okay.
And then Gob is there with Remmy. Gob is going to purposefully go after Remmy.
I'm gonna help the good doctor decipher. Does that cut down time?
You can definitely help.
I would get it. I think I would just get it. If I have to
Like a
roll, I
health
think I'd
action.
get a health action. Which is fine.
Okay.
It's good.
I definitely want to do the battle next session. So let me get that ready. We'll definitely do that.
What battle?
With
Remy.
Remmy and the skeletons
Oh.
and Gob.
Can I just play the skeletons?
Yeah.
Sweet!
And then as far as the book, here's what you learn.
These are the facts.
You read, once a powerful mage, this once slave to Halaseliax was imprisoned and confined in this portion of the dungeon. With only his thoughts and books, after 100 years or so, began to detach from reality and became depressed, insane, and eventually took his own life. Of course, if it was only that simple, he was still a resident of the dungeon even in the afterlife. Calabash is under the impression that Blaster is not aware he was still ever present through, and in this time, he was able to see a lot of things. So, Calabash thought that maybe either Halaseliax didn't know that he was still around, or was able to trick him, or whatever the deal is, but was able to see a bunch of shit in the meantime. And this is what he's seen. Halaseliax has been killed many times before. During the spell plague, it is theorized that Halaseliax was killed performing a ritual even too powerful for the most powerfully insane wizards in ancient history. Even up there with Morning Keenan himself. Thousands came into the halls of this very dungeon, rumoring that they were called with visions and contacted personally by the wizard, And for a while, it did seem his essence was void of this place, but not for long. He returned along with a new soul, that of Jack Mays, the newest prisoner of Undermountain. Trapped in a jar stored high on a shelf in Skullport, this ancient being seeps pure evil. Finding pockets in the weave, it is able to manipulate, but only for a speck of its potential, and only for every few moments, moments being days, weeks, months. He writes, you see, in my time, I have begun to learn more about this place simply because the arcane cuffs were released. I questioned Stockholm Syndrome, but I have had hundreds of years to take stock. I believe Halaster to be a good force, to be a necessity, a balance, if you will. Yes, mad, illogical, and pedantic even, while also being void of ethical or moral responsibility. Halaster goes without many answers, but a necessity nonetheless. Some great evils have been trapped in Undermountain, unable to escape the powerful grip the weave has on its minds, keeping them from surfacing or even carrying out plots. Still, there is a deep hatred I have for this being, a fiery fist I wish to break over its immortal soul. I am thankful to have been freed of this burden. Myself can finally rest knowing I have given you all that is left of me. Maybe my judgment is wrong, or that the weave has done so much damage to my ability to value that this was all for nothing. I leave that in your hands. We all want to matter, to change, to be, but some are left as the stepping stones while others just make the coffee given to the skilled. Be who you want to be, or attempt to carve against the grain. Life has a funny way of always making sure corner pieces, no matter how complex the puzzle may seem. It seems so simple, predetermined, and eventual in the end.
Maze is who trained me. Like, Maze is my...
Jack Mays?
That's him, right?
You only know him as Maze.
I only know him as Maze.
Wait, so Jack Mays was the guy in the book originally, and he is also the man in the jar that called me. So just so the good doctor gets this revelation, he reads it, and he looks, as you read the information too. The man in this book was Jack Mays, correct? He's talking to Halaseliax.
Yes.
My dreams, the reason that I've been called over to Undermountain was because an object that sat on the shelf, trapped in a jar. I've been called to this place because of Jack Mays.
So the specter called you?
Not the one that we just spoke to, but deeper in Undermountain, there is a very, very, very bad man who wants me to get him out.
I'm familiar with him.
I see.
You're not there.
Where am I?
You're-
Yeah, I am. I'm hanging out with you.
Yes, she's with you.
We're not going to release him, are we?
The good doctor pauses for like an awkwardly long moment. No, I don't think I will.
We'll find out more information, though.
Yes.
How long would it have been since I've seen him? I knew him when I was a child, right?
Maybe 3.5 months.
Oh, she saw the book. She's seen Jack Mays in the book.
Hmm?
Would
Is
I
that-
recognize him?
Didn't look the same.
Vile men have a tendency to live forever. Could be possible that there are certain spells, specifically necromantic, that allow a user to swap bodies if necessary. It could be anything.
So
He's
Halaster has died and come back multiple times.
Yes.
And he's more akin to a mad jailer.
Who traps vile men and vile things.
Interesting. Maybe that's why his mind is gone. But he had a purpose in the past.
Mask and Maze worked close together, right? Maze was Mask's like right hand, right?
No, Maze was the right-hand man of. Wait, we're going way back.
Right. I mean, some of this has to make sense though, because I have questions.
I like that while all this serious stuff is happening, Gob is just having a rocky trading montage with
So Maze Bloodletting was one of the elite Dimarchs, powerful warlock that sat right underneath Kessin Real. But Kessin Real disappeared
So
years and years before.
This doesn't look like the same Maze.
This isn't the same maze.
This isn't the same Maze. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jack Mays came to Undermountain and got trapped here. That's what this told me, right?
Not that it came here, but it is trapped here.
Okay. And that was that was the last holder of the Book of Deeds.
That's what it seems.
Wild.
Well,
One last thing.
uh-huh.
Good Doctor opens the Book of Vile Deeds.
Does the Book of Exalted Deeds appear?
Let me check. Just 1 second.
We should have a book fight. If I somehow get my hands on that, we're just gonna be like, book fight!
Gob will rename this.
The books collage. The fucking entirety of
Enemy
Undermountain
is just gonna
explodes.
sit back.
What would
I'll
happen?
referee.
Think about it. Think about it.
Man.
Gabe, think about it.
I don't
There's
think
a
I
whole
sort of
little
like
thing
if I
that-
renamed it book.
I'm trying to understand here.
Coexist would be. What the fuck did you just call me? Yeah, renaming you book.
What happens if
You gotta fight.
the goodest book and the baddest book collide with each other?
As you open up the book,
It's an open
Huh?
you see that the wording is still faint, and then comes in really strong. And you see in very bold text,
I am reading that again.
"You are the burden I have to bear." And we'll end there.
Damn, you're a burden, good doctor. Sorry.
All right, guys, thank you so much.
What?
As always, for those of you who watch, I think it's just us at this point.
Well, I see like 20 views or 30 sometimes.
There's like
40.
70 views in some of these
The
videos.
average duration is 3 minutes.
Oh.
We don't even get past the
Oh.
session introduction. But I mean, even so, we did this for us. I mean, I just think this is really cool
Yeah.
to have a full campaign recorded. So, for those of you years down the line, if YouTube decides to pick on our algorithm and throw us into the mix or whatever, thank you for being here. Hi, how are you doing? I hope that we're still recording Dungeons and Dragons and doing all the shenanigans. Maybe Minecraft plays here soon.
Oh yeah. Bugman.
Some more.
Bugman.
Alright guys, love you all. Take care.
Bye.
Bug